some episodes right now. I need to start titling these correctly, but I'm going to go ahead back and do that. So this your boy, your man, Florida Boy Jay. We in the building. Like I said, tonight we are talking about Drake's album sales. Drake and Party Next Door's album sales on this collab album. Some sexy songs for you, selling 250K first week. If it's a flop or not, I'm already coming out the gate and saying it's a flop based off of Drake's numbers and what he usually sells, what other artists have sold. So to just get into that, I'm going to wait because I feel like that's not really breaking news. The breaking news right now is A$AP Rocky and his trial and the verdict of the trial. So we're going to go ahead and switch over to that because I feel like that is the main source of what people want to know. So we're going to go ahead and get the shared screen. Everybody on, let me go to the comments here. Everybody on YouTube, what's up, what's up, what's up? It's A$AP Rocky verdict. Wow, got it right here. 129 people in here from X and Twitch. This is why I stream for you guys, because you guys piling 129 people. I got to give you something exclusive, man. So we're going to go ahead and get to this trial. Let me see if they talked about it. I'll get them out of here. So just to give you guys, just to jump in here real quick. What's up, Trevor Jackson? Chat was popping. Shots by Fabi. What's up, man? Second week sales me 85K is crazy. E-Money 804. What is popping from Twitch? Subscribe to Twitch, please. I'll follow you back. Anybody that's watching on Twitch, please subscribe, follow. I got like 2 or 3 people that follow me on Twitch. I just started my Twitch. Yeah, so everybody in chat, like I said, 142 people. So right now we're watching live coverage of the A$AP Rocky trial. Right now, what I am about to present to you guys, pretty much the verdict is in, and I think A$AP Rocky, the lawyers, they have the press conference after the trial. So it looks like the press is all coming in. They got cameras ready. It looks like it started about like 5, 6, 7, 8 minutes ago. So we want to push it back a little bit. Since we push it back, now it looks like everybody's piling in. So we're going to go with the full screen. Watch the live coverage, break it down. Let's say if anybody wants to call in, go to YouTube or StreamYard, but you can pop in on YouTube or StreamYard. But I'm going to drop it in the YouTube chat and the Twitch chat. So if you're on X, you can see it right there. And we're going to go ahead and play this. 140 people here. Let's get it cracking. Go ahead, get this camera right. We out.
Everyone just head towards that mic because you're heading towards the microphone. So move on. Yeah. Move to your left. Hey, everybody, back up! Back up! Back up! Yo, give him respect! Back up, guys! Hey! Down!
Nonetheless, I'm thankful and we're blessed to be here right now. Be a free man talking about. Thank you. All praise to God.
What can you possibly
Guys,
Look, guys.
How do you feel that you put your team
Guys,
in the-
guys, we can't do this. We'll just have to leave. But listen, guys, listen.
Yo, Rocky, you free party at
Guys,
Raleigh, bro.
Relax.
Water on me,
Guys, bottom line is we're grateful for the jury. They saw through this barrage of a case. He said from day one he was innocent. He turned down a plea for almost no jail time because he was innocent. And I've always said this was an extortion. The extortion played out live in color in court. You know, we've always said what it says is that the district attorney should look long and hard at prosecuting Tyrell Efron. We've said that from day one. They should do it now. They have him admitting to perjury. They have him committing extortion. The jury saw through it and came to an enormously quick and speedy verdict, the right verdict, and we thank this jury. And again, for me, my partner Chad, we're honored to have represented this amazing family. Rocky is one of my closest friends, but he's also just a great, great person. Rihanna, they are seriously the greatest people, and I said I love them, and I really do love them, and I got emotional in my summation because I care about them. This is one of the happiest days of my life, and I'm happy for them because they've earned this and deserve it.
Give this guy an all
Congratulations. Thank you, brother. Okay, guys.
Give this guy an all cash.
Oh my God. Wait.
Wait. This is a cameraman. Back up.
Congratulations, Mama. Congratulations. Mama, you're putting on the shirt. You're putting on the shirt.
How does it feel to have your king back home?
All right, so that was live coverage of ASAP Rocky. Pretty much, you know what I'm saying? Thanking his lawyer, thanking everybody, you know what I'm saying, who supported him and Rihanna. Rihanna was there live. You seen their security team wasn't playing. Everybody back the fuck up. It is black billionaire money in the room, on the street right now. You brokies, back up. You know what I'm saying? We just beat the case. ASAP Rocky win, Rihanna win. You know, just a salute to them, man. Salute to them. Salute ASAP Rocky, salute Rihanna. They got that bag, you know what I'm saying? They did their thing, getting out the way. ASAP Rocky beat the case. Looked like it was a classic case of extortion. You know what I'm saying? It was just a beautiful situation. And I really do appreciate the fact that we've seen a black man win in the court, in the justice system. And it was a shame that it was another black man that was trying to take him down. But, you know what I'm saying, the truth prevailed. I do believe ASAP Rocky probably did pop him with a little, with a little gun or whatever. But regardless, this was a win. This is great. That's what I'm saying. That y'all was breathing y'all broke breath on that nigga asking stupid ass questions. No, but it's cool. Salute ASAP Rocky, salute Rihanna, salute to his lawyers. And honestly, I feel like this is why Rock Nation is undefeated in the courtroom, no matter what happens. I mean, to me, like I said, the Meg and Tory case was murky, but at the end of the day, Rock Nation won. And then with this case, it was kind of murky. I ain't saying that this wasn't extortion because I feel like it was, but I do feel like ASAP Rocky did pop him with a little prop gun or not. Who knows? I don't think you should go to jail if you shoot one of the homies with a prop gun. I'm saying, especially because I think sometimes in a courtroom, in the justice system, like there are legal things you can and cannot do that you are going to serve minimum time for and do stuff like, but I do feel like certain things are just too stupid to do time for. Like when Plaxico Burress shot himself in the leg and went to jail for like 2 years, I thought that was stupid, self-inflicted. What ASAP Rocky did, if you and your homies have an internal beef and you don't fuck with a nigga no more, and then y'all like run down on him, or you run down on him, and even what the witnesses said, it was like a one-on-one type of beef, right? It was like a one-on-one type of situation. And nobody jumped him. Like nobody ran down. It wasn't a jump. ASAP Rocky and these people could have clearly jumped this guy. He caught the guy's clearly bigger, and ASAP Rocky pulled the prop gun out and popped him. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, nigga, back the fuck up. Nigga, this in-house. If it wasn't in-house, I would hit you with a real gun. Nigga, I'm not trying to kill you, nigga, but like don't run down on me, hating ass nigga. Bah, back up. Cool ass shit. And me and my wife got the Billy, and we backed by Rock Nation. We got the feds. They playing against Fed. You Rock Nation, you playing, you a Fed nigga anyway. So you're not gonna beat the feds. So you know what I'm saying? So we got a great breakdown by the lawyer. You know, he just broke this video down. So subscribe. He just put this video about 72 minutes ago. So we are going to go ahead and watch a little bit of, you know what I'm saying, his reaction and what he thinks about it. It's like the last 45 minutes to it, 45 seconds. We're going to put this up on the big screen and hope you guys enjoy this a little bit. And we're just going to run through it and break down the Drake stuff in a few moments. But let's go ahead and play this guy. Subscribe to the lawyer, you know. Let's get it right.
Some interviews. He's earned it, man. He's earned it. A huge win. Matthew Bradford, have you ever had a juror say no when being polled? I have not, but it has happened. It has happened. And from my perspective with this case, there was a lot of different angles and a lot of different things going on with Taco Pina, and he really handled it well with a celebrity client, an even bigger celebrity sitting right back there, 2 kids, media stuff going on, somebody that he knew was going to not be an honest witness, structure the case in a certain way. And to me, he did a good job of the reasonable doubt and the prop gun. He didn't make it all about one necessarily putting it on that they had to believe it was in fact a prop gun, because if you can't believe Relli, it has to be not guilty. That was the smart move in my opinion. And that's how he got me. I'll just say that's how he got me. All right, we'll watch it one more time.
But your true correct verdict. If you give the verdict forms to your individual Your number one, are those your 2 correct verdicts? The 5 true correct verdicts? Yes.
State of California versus Joaquin Mayers, case number BA 508142-01. We, the jury of the above entitled action, find the defendant, Joaquin Mayers, not guilty of
Truly the wildest verdict and reaction I've ever seen. Sussex Sandra said, I'm so glad. I hope Rocky takes this as a blessing and will stop his ratchet lifestyle that he lived before and now marry Rihanna. You're the law latest KR federal court on March 5th. Yes, I saw that. I'm not going to do a breakdown of the 700-page document. Rebecca, thank you for your time. Peter, go spend some well-deserved time with your children. So here's what I'll say. If you guys find interviews with Taco Pina or anybody, Lewin, anybody involved, let me know. Send them to me at Lawyer You Know on Twitter, at Tragos Law on Instagram. DM them to me. Send them to me. Yes, press conference coming, no doubt about it. So send all that to me. I will take a look at it. If you guys are interested in more breakdowns of this and on this case, let me know by liking the video and leaving it in the comment. Yes, the polls were right, not guilty. And the statistics, another one for the statistics, okay? It seemed like the most obvious verdict. It seemed like where it was going, and you had a quick verdict with no jury questions. So we can all learn from this as we continue to break down cases and watch cases together. You guys are the best. I appreciate it. Appreciate you showing up with short notice and making this a good time. So hope everybody has a wonderful evening. Emily said presser inbound. Like right now? Why is this happen to me?
All right. So we got another breakdown right here. I'm gonna go ahead and switch screens. Presents. Give me a few seconds. Like I said, man, hit the like button, hit subscribe. I appreciate everybody in here. We have 166 people in here watching right now. Appreciate everybody and everybody who came in yesterday also, because it was a little tough streaming. Like my Wi-Fi was tripping yesterday. It was just all types of bullshit going on yesterday. So I do appreciate that you guys came in here, because my Wi-Fi was tripping for I had to it froze up like 6 times. I had to close down the initial stream, started back. And I think Twitter was kind of like, nigga, we threw you in the algorithm 2-3 times today, nigga. Like when I went live permanently the first time, there was like 30 some people in here. So I appreciate everybody tapping in tonight. And yeah, salute, live it. Thank you, everybody on YouTube. Everybody on YouTube tapping in. It's a community here. So we're gonna go ahead and start. This one is one of the lawyers, I guess. And as you can see, this nigga eyes is bugging. But of course, he's winning. We're probably gonna do some fun stuff later. So niggas is lit.
Family, he was not the only one that had a thunderous reaction. Talk about the reaction that we've seen from the public, supporters of his.
Yeah, hit that like button, man. Hit that like button. Everybody hit that like button, man. Hit the like button. For sure.
Look, I've been here for over a month, and me walking around me. I'm not him. Right? People were just wishing me luck for him. I mean, he's loved. Very well loved in the city, and I think he's got a lot of fans, and that doesn't happen because he's a singer. It happens because who he is as a person. A lot of what this story didn't hear was who A AP really is, who A AP Rocky is as a person. He does incredible charity work. He gives back to the community. He's become a dear friend of mine, more than a client, and that's why cases like this are really difficult for me, because there's so much on the line. I mean, I care about every client I represent to the point where they become family. This was at a different level, and so I was just not prepared for. I would not accept any other group.
Why was this one so different? You care about every client, but they were like family. What was so special about it?
He and I bonded over the last 3 years in a way that and he's just a different person. I attribute that to him, the way he conducts himself, the way he's so appreciative of us, the way he is with his. I mean, I spent time with him and Rihanna at their house, and they're just, it's humble and to me, people with that level of success, they are really sweet, good people, and I would have been really, really hurt if this didn't go the right way. But thank God that jury. We had a great jury.
Speaking of family, do you think the jury seeing ASAP with Rihanna as a family man and their children helped his defense?
No, I don't think that helped his defense. Look, everyone knows he has Rihanna. Everyone knows he has 2 kids. Sorry. I mean, I don't think the jury was like, all right, I think he's guilty, but look at the kids. I mean, so I'm glad the prosecution focused on that in their estimation. We did. The evidence in this case was deficient. I think that they need to be going after Terrell Efron. As I've always said, he was an extortionist. He was someone who showed committed extortion. The tape that one of you all said was really good for the prosecution that we brought in turned out not to be so good for the prosecution. It was him repeating the same story that he repeated from day one. But what it had on there was, 1, him committing perjury to this jury, and 2, him acknowledging he wants $30 million and he disappears to an island. That's called extortion. For what? To get his $697 he has in his bank account? Even though, if you look on Instagram, he's a billionaire. I'm not suing Relli. I have other things in life to do. He sued us. And after today, I don't think that's going so well. So, but anyway, look, I'm just happy the jury came to the right conclusion swiftly.
Hey,
Yes.
Joe, speaking of evidence or lack of evidence, the fact that a gun was not presented in court to the jurors, did that make a difference in this verdict?
Who knows what made this? I mean, that jury, they were able to speak to you guys if they want to. I don't know if they're going to. Both ways the gun was presented, right? Our gun, the gun that Rocky actually had, the prop, or the gun that the prosecution said he had wasn't produced. So I think it was a wash, so to speak. I think the jurors had to go on the evidence that they had, right? They can't speculate. They had evidence in this case. Most of the incriminating evidence came from the words of someone who's, as I said, whose tongue is a stranger to the truth. As an admitted perjurer, admitted liar. So I just don't think any jury could embrace that. And if you can't believe Tyrell Efron in this case, you can't convict. That's simple.
You can't trust the messenger. You gotta ignore the whole message. Period.
But if the messenger of the faith, you must quit.
That's
Did
it.
that happen in this courtroom, something like that?
Absolutely.
Joe, how did you keep Rocky at ease throughout this case?
How did I keep at ease? Yeah, he fed off my confidence, honestly. He fed off my confidence. We talked every night. Obviously, he was heavily involved in his defense. But he would follow my lead. And if I told him things going well, obviously he didn't know this procedure, this process. But I told him things going well, they went well. So, he was really good. He's a smart guy. His only misstep was that time he started out in the courtroom about, his personal company, which was so irrelevant. It was so irrelevant to the case. Obviously he was being defamed. People would use derogatory statements towards him. Relli called him every name in the book. Homophobic names, all these things. And Rocky didn't move a muscle. But when something personal to him was being asked about, which is irrelevant to the case, what his company was called, what the acronym was. Well, it's an acronym for his company. It had to do with his family. I'm going to leave it at that, right? And he was hesitant. So he didn't want that revealed nationally, publicly. It's like a private thing, the way someone doesn't want that phone number revealed. So after the witness had already answered, he said, "Don't say," which caused me to heel kick him in the ankle. So the second time you heard from Rocky was a yell. So it was, "Don't say, ow," but the ow was from me. Don't say it was from him. But it was irrelevant to this case. But again, the prosecution focused on that. They focused on Rihanna and the kids. They focused on her lemon. They focused on her dog. They focused on her donut. We focused our summation on the facts. And, I guess the jury saw it all way. Yeah, I think that was a great bonding experience for them personally. I mean, I've known them for a while. Rihanna is an amazing woman, strong woman. And she obviously was there to support him. She'd always been in touch with me throughout the process to make sure things were going well and privately wanted reassurance. But she was here. Wild Horse, Rocky did not want her here. I will tell you that. I think I said it to you in the beginning. He did not want her here. He wanted to shield her from this. Wild Horse was going to keep her away. So, you go through something like this as a family, it brings you closer. It's a bonding experience. And they're just two special people. So I can't imagine this has been anything but a life-altering experience.
How does it feel to get a public win after Donald Trump fired you?
So do you know your facts?
Well, I'm asking you.
No, he didn't fire me. I resigned from the case.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
Before he fired you? Okay.
He didn't fire me.
You're not here for that.
I'm not here for that. I was invited to the inauguration also, but I don't know what you're talking about. But so I'm not going to answer questions about other cases in my career. But that's a good question. You must be a good journalist.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Well, clearly they weren't receptive to his message, right? Clearly they weren't receptive to his message and his tactics. I mean, he treated two witnesses who came in here respecting the process, the court, or compliant witnesses, and he yelled at them for 2 hours. I had a witness abusing me, cursing at me, flexing, cursing, throwing water bottles. I didn't lose my cool, and I don't think that's good for a jury. I don't think he wants to see a lawyer out of control. So, I look, based on the verdict, I can only say clearly that those tactics didn't work, right? The yelling, the screaming, the constant objecting. A jury doesn't want to be kept away from the facts. And I think they want to know that the facts are, being brought to them. They won't want to be hidden from facts. So when you constantly object as a lawyer and the jury feels like you're trying to hide something from them, I think they don't like that. So
Hey, yo, I'm pausing this. Hey, Mo Facts right here. I'm over here going through the comments. Salute to Mo Facts. That's why I had to pause. We going through the comments. I love YouTube. I love everybody who's coming on YouTube because you guys are having a conversation in the show simultaneously while we're watching this lawyer who is bugged out of his mind that we are clearly discussing in the YouTube chat. So you guys gotta go over to YouTube in the chat and you know what I'm saying, get engaged with everybody. Mo Facts, the lawyer is talking he's talking fast. Usually Mo Facts, I speed up the show when I do certain streams or stream off certain people. Immediately when he started talking Mo Facts, I was sitting there like, yeah, nah, I could just play this in the guy regular speed. Like when I initially turned the stream off, you go back like 5-10 minutes, I initially had this nigga his eyes like pause on the big screen so you guys can see before you even start talking. Because before I played the video and I was looking, I'm like, yo, this nigga look geeked. What the fuck? So yeah, man, he looks crazy. So yeah, we everybody's in chat talking about the Drake album. We're about to talk about the Drake album. Give us another like 5 minutes, and we're gonna get into the Drake album, the sales. We're gonna talk about it, and we're gonna get into it. It's about to go down. Patriarchy Strikes Back is in the chat. He's cooking. So if you want to get in the chat, you want to debate, have a conversation, go ahead, hop in the chat on YouTube, and get this shit cracking. Like I said, salute Mo Facts. And Mo Facts, I seen that that AI track you dropped on Twitter, on X. I seen that AI track. The AI track was fire, bro. The AI track was fire. I ain't gonna lie. I like how you did that shit. Absolutely, I did. Black McBain. Yeah, y'all trying to get to the Drake shit. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up and get this Drake topic popping. Hold on, we're gonna play this thing for you.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know if Jordan's conduct had anything to do with it. I think the facts really governed the day and carried this verdict. So I really do. More so than any lawyer's conduct. Hey guys, anyone else? Good? I want to not answer anyone's questions. Thank you. Good guys. Yeah, I'm right. I think he should be prosecuted. I mean, he perjured himself a dozen times in front of the jury. Perjury is a crime.
Yo, when we hit 200 people in the live, we're gonna get to the Drake topic. We are at 194. We get 6 more people in here. We'll get to the Drake topic, but let's get this lawyer R5 and go.
There's now evidence that he committed extortion on the record. Let's see if the DA really wants to go after a criminal. I mean, they spent all this time, all this money pursuing Riot. Someone who was acquitted and vindicated. Hopefully they'll go pursue a real criminal, and they have the evidence to do it. It's on the record, so he should prosecute it. I hope he does. Thank you. Thanks for coming back. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much for your time.
Why are you doing tungsten? Why are you throwing tungsten there, brother?
I got the yelling. I didn't get it.
I'm like trying not to fall into you guys.
Let me have the wireless. Yeah. Right? I got that.
Did you yell at
Yeah. I think it's going to throw out. I'm like,
All right, man. It's kind of crazy. Yes, like I said, so I'll wrap up this ASAP Rocky topic. Salute ASAP Rocky, salute to Rihanna, salute to their lawyers, salute to Rock Nation for making sure all their clients get away with whatever the fuck they want to, and as long as they are signed to Rock Nation, you can get away with whatever you want to. So I suggest you're not any industry and Rock Nation offers you a contract, you know what I'm saying? Absolutely, Mo Facts, absolutely. If you fuck with Rock Nation at all, you know what I'm saying, and they give you any opportunity to sign a contract, you might as well sign it or you're gonna catch a case. So, you know, let's go ahead and get on this Drake topic though, man. So Drake, Party Next Door, Some Sexy Songs for You came out, it dropped. I thought it was pretty cool. I didn't find a problem with the album. I don't know if you guys did. We got 20 people in here. Like I said, I don't know if you guys found a problem with the album. I discussed it on my stream Saturday night. I thought it was dope. I thought it was a cool album. I enjoyed what I heard from Drake, because I want to reiterate this before we get into the reactions, the conversation around it, everything surrounding Drake, and the situation with Universal, Spotify, Apple Music, the narratives, the perceptions, the OVO heads, Kendrick fans, Kendrick Hive, OVO Hive. You already know how it goes. So we're going to get into that. But like I said before, I think that most Drake albums should only be about 12 to 15 songs, because once he starts getting into, like, how can I say this? Once Drake kind of starts getting into like 18 to like 20 tracks, you're always going to have about like 5-6 songs you really could have went without. And I think that watered down like a lot of his albums, where you don't consider them classics, where it's enough songs to make it a classic album. He just caters to too many people. And then the album just overall, once you look at like the 18 to 20 plus track, just gets watered down for all the dogs. And also this. That's why I like Honestly Nevermind, because it was a very short album, very conceptual, sonically conceptual album with a theme to it that was short enough that once it ended, I was able to run it back and enjoy it, because you can play it, getting in the car, going across town, running an errand, and coming back home in traffic. You can just run it out, and that's what you want to hear when you're in the car. So going back to the album, like I said, I like the songs, even if we go back to the track list of Drake's album. And I'm doing this because, like I said, when the Kendrick beef started, and even before the Kendrick beef started, I always said Kendrick Lamar, I liked him better than Drake. Now I like more Drake songs because Drake drops more songs, and I'm a fan of both. I went to see Drake during the Views tour, floor seats. I went to go see Kendrick Lamar in his first stop on the Mr. Morale in the Big Steppers tour in Miami for Roll Loud, and then I seen him again at his last step in Atlanta for I forgot that festival in Atlanta. I forgot what it's called. One Music Fest, I think it's called in Atlanta. So I've seen them both. I appreciate both. I listen to all the music. So I can't sit up here and say that I'm Team OVO or Team Kendrick, because I've supported both of them to the highest amount day one of their careers. I'm talking about, like I said, Section 80. We're talking about Comeback Season, So Far Gone. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in the blog era. I'm 31. So like I said, I was 17, 2010. So you got to understand, like what Cardi and what a lot of these new guys, Ken Carson is to the kids growing up, and Uzi, like that's who Drake, Future, Kendrick, Cole, that's who Big Sean, Wiz, Big Crit, Kid Cudi, that's who those guys are to us. Currency, those are us, those are that guys to us, right? To be honest. So being day one fans, I never really picked a side to stand on. I just knew Kendrick was going to win a beef. I backed Kendrick the whole ride. Ever since like that, I was on Team Kendrick the whole way, because I already knew the purpose of what was going to go down. And if you go back on the other streams, what we talked about, I was 100% accurate on everything that happened. We did a live stream. But even saying that didn't mean that I was going to be so consumed with the beef that I was going to just pretty much run off of Drake and be like, oh, Drake's trash. Drake is like what he stands for, the things what he said about slaves. Like Drake has self-sabotage, and he has put his career in a downward spiral before the beef even happened. So once it happened, it was like, all right, finally you set yourself up. It's time to get your head chopped off. It happened, cool. During the whole time, I'm like, all I really wanted, my biggest concern with Drake was that you're alienating your female audience, because the R&B records that you're dropping, right? Appreciate what's up, Gumble Nose. The R&B songs that you're dropping are more like spiteful, resentful music that if I'm with my girl and we're riding out and, oh, the new Drake album comes on, I can't play the songs that I know are catered to women. Because the rap songs, I don't listen to Drake for the raps, even though he can rap, but I look to him to be like the R&B hip hop guy. Because when I first heard Drake and I first heard his music, I'm like, damn, he can rap good enough that I can tolerate his rapping, but his R&B perspective with his melodies and the beats and like the sound that 40 was putting on, it was kind of like what Drake represent to me in my era is like contemporary New Jack Swing. When I say that, not the tempo, not the BPM, but being able to fuse R&B and hip hop in a contemporary fashion in our generation and era is the best fusion of R&B and hip hop since New Jack Swing is Drake's catalog, right? So saying that, that's me saying I know Teddy Riley might kick a rap on Rump Shaker or something. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we're gonna get into the West Side Gun. I think I'm gonna do the West Side Gun project review on Friday. I think I might do like a Friday afternoon West Side Gun project review because I fuck with West Side Gun heavy. For sure. So definitely OB. And yeah, Lavelle, what's up? So, and just like MoFax said, they pad the album with filler songs to add to the plays, but it filters the album. And I just feel like Drake, if you were Michael Jackson, you need to treat your catalog the way Michael Jackson treated his catalog. Or be Prince, where you're just going to release so much music that it won't be graded. Like the only comparison I can give you to Prince would be a Kanye West. And the only reason why that would make sense is if you actually understood how Prince was being viewed in the 90s. The close comparison to Kanye West right now is Prince in the 90s minus anti-Semite stuff they say Kanye says. If you just look at on an artistic level, Prince and Kanye are one and the same. But when it comes to Drake, I feel like if he would have treated his music like Michael Jackson, when I say that, the gap between Nothing Was the Same and Views was 3 years. He dropped If You're Reading It's Too Late in 2015, which was perfect because we needed a new Drake project between 2013 and 2015. But if he would have dropped that, like I said, 2013, Nothing Was the Same. If You're Reading It's Too Late dropped 2015, regardless of the narrative behind that, Nothing Was the Same. The reason why people say that was a Drake classic album is because it's his shortest album and he pretty much doesn't miss if you go down that 12-13 track list. So that is his best album. Then you go to If His Reading This Is Too Late. If we take out the ghostwriting allegations, which we can't, but just look at that body of work, listen to the songs. Those are great songs, and there's not a skip on that album. There's not a skip on If You're Reading This Too Late. I don't give a fuck what you think. I remember the toughest street niggas. If you ask any nigga who's a boom bap rapper, nigga, a trap rap listener, and they never like Drake, they're always going to tell you, oh, when I fuck with Drake, when I like Drake, when I thought Drake was that nigga, is If You're Reading This Too Late. Because the first 4 records alone, it was a different nigga. Views, right after. That's a long-ass album. That was the start of Drake dropping ridiculously long albums, right? That is one of his best albums, but at the same time, he catered to a lot of people, a lot of fans. All the singles off that album were pop songs, right? Cool, because you dropped a rap If You're Reading This Is Too Late, and you dropped a pop album. Fine, stay in the pop lane, just condense your records. Then after that, you get More Life 2017. Then you get, and More Life was like 18 songs. Then you get Scorpion, a double album, which is 20 plus songs in 2018. By the time 2018 comes, God's Plan, Scorpion, whoop, whoop, it's a little bit Drake fatigue. Dark Lane Demos, which a lot of people don't really listen to or like really go back to as far as considering that to be something to count in his catalog. I don't know why, maybe because it was COVID, but Dark Lane Demos is one of Drake's best projects. And the reason why I say that is because that's another 11, 12 song project where if you look at Dark Lane Demos and look at So Far Gone, those are 2 Drake projects that you cannot find a song you would really skip on there. Because Drake makes good enough songs so if he cuts his album by a third, if he cuts 1/3 off his albums, every album, it will be a classic album. Because when Drake fans say every album's classic, they're wrong. But I think to kind of construe that in the right direction is saying that there's enough songs on every Drake album to make it a classic album. That's really a better way to say it. He only has really one, but it's because what is considered a classic album is maybe a 1 skip minimum, a 1 to 2 song skip minimum. That's it. Really a 1 song skip minimum. So to say that Her Loss is his best album, I don't say Her Loss is his best album, but I do like Her Loss. I love Middle of the Ocean. I like a lot of songs on Her Loss. To be honest, I feel like if you just take 21 Savage completely off Her Loss, fire album. So I did enjoy Her Loss. But the only things I didn't enjoy about Her Loss was, like I said, actually not. I think even with Her Loss, some of the songs he had for girls was pretty cool on Her Loss. But he just had a lot of sneak disses too. It's like, you know. But Her Loss was cool. Her Loss was cool. I actually enjoyed Scorpion. That was a last Drake project. I enjoyed. See, and I'm not an OVO head. Like I said, I'm Team Kendrick. I've kicked Drake's back, and I have streams with Kendrick edits of him whipping Drake like a slave. I'm telling you, I'm just want to be the platform that has kicked Drake's back and that is going to still come out when Drake drops a project and be objective, right? Scorpion was cool. I feel like Scorpion, you could have just dropped Scorpion. You could have took 4 songs or 5 off the R&B part and maybe 3 songs off that rap part and combined that album, and you would have had a classic. That's my problem with Drake. Drake's new albums better than his old albums. I don't know. I can find good Drake on every album, to be honest. Drake's new album sound like his old songs to me. I want every rapper to sound like themselves. I don't like when niggas say, oh, you keep making repetitive music. Every rapper makes repetitive music. If you look at rappers like wrestlers or like athletes, you're not going to ask Kevin Durant to start posting up in the paint like a center just because he don't do it. You want him to do it. If that's not his game, why are you going to ask him to do it? I want you to mature, change. Batista, you don't want Edge to come out doing something different. You don't want goddamn Hulk Hogan. You don't want The Rock to come out doing something or doing what Sting is doing because Hulk Hogan or The Rock never did what Sting did. So until he paints his face, he's not the best wrestler. No, if The Rock talks in third person, I don't want to hear Stone Cold talk in third person. I don't want to see Saquon Barkley run like Derrick Henry, and I don't want to see Derrick Henry run like Alvin Kamara. The issue we have with the NBA is that everybody's shooting threes, playing the same. The center can do everything the point guard can do, and the point guard can do everything the center can do. That means nobody has a unique game. Just like hip hop. People have to be good at what they do, and you have to let them do what they're good at, or else you're going to get what we got in Drake, where he's catering to a bunch of people that don't actually want him to do what they're asking him to do. They just want him to step out of what he's good at so they can critique him. That's like if LeBron is going to the paint and he's 80% in the field goals, driving to the rim, dunking and layup and getting layups and hitting free throws when he's fouled and ones, and it's the fourth quarter. Why are you going to tell LeBron stop attacking the paint and start shooting jump shots if he's been attacking the paint? That's like what you all been asking from certain artists when it comes to a Future, and when it comes to a Drake, and when it comes to a J. Cole, when it comes to Kendrick, when it comes to Playboy Cardi, when it comes to a lot of artists who have a certain thing that they do, you ask them to step out of their box so you can feel like they're growing as an artist. But I don't need you to grow. I need you to be in that character. Just like Pimp C said, if you come out as one way on your first album, I need you to go out the same way on your last album, bro. That's just real shit. You know what I'm saying? Salute Ralph in the building. Drake ended light-skinned niggas run. I don't know. My run ain't never in. I don't know what you talking about. Drake is a biracial. Light-skinned niggas, biracial, 2 different types of niggas. I've been saying that for the longest. I be on Starport telling Star that. I will go anywhere and let y'all know. Light-skinned niggas, biracials, 2 different types of people. 2 different phenotypes is just a little bit different. Facts. You don't want to see Batista do what Rey Mysterio does. Imagine. That's what I'm saying. Why do you want Drake to rap like Westside Gunn or Benny the Butcher? Why do you want Future to rap like J. Cole? Why do you want Nas to rap like Master P? 1 minute you say everything in rap sounds the same. The same people that say hip hop sounds the same is the same people that want every rapper that has a sound to make another sound. That's not what they do. And you're just being counterproductive. And I feel like if don't add to the conversation if you want to pull away from what an artist is good at. Don't tell Drake that you want to hear him rap because you're not convinced at what he does with R&B. Then when he raps, it's not tough enough. So he does, but doing that, that's why you got this dumbass song like Meet Your Padre. Meet Your Padres is a terrible record. I hate that song. But that's what you get when you try to appease everybody. You know what I'm saying? Kanye and Kendrick are rare. They evolve with each project. That's the thing about it. Drake is a entertainer. Kanye and Kendrick, they are really artists. They are conceptual artists. We got Eric in the building. Add to the stage.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We got you on the stream. What's poppin', man?
Yeah, I want to talk about some of the stuff that you said earlier. Number one, so you're telling me 2 years ago you were a Kendrick fan.
Yeah, I went to a show.
That doesn't mean you're a Kendrick fan.
No, I'm a Kendrick fan though.
Do you have your Apple Music or your Spotify rap from 2 years ago?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. And you're telling me Kendrick was on your top 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years ago, 2023. I still have the screenshots. I think Drake was 1, Future was 2, Kendrick was either 3 or 4.
It's okay. Let's set Drake on the shelf because there's obviously going to be some racial and cultural bias, right? Because you know the blackness stuff is all about attacking Drake right now. Is Kendrick better than Future?
At what?
At music, at the culture. You know, everybody wants to be on this black culture stuff now.
The culture isn't singular. The culture isn't singular.
Well, obviously, it has to be singular if you're saying that somebody doesn't match it up. And I'm asking you a question:
right.
Is Kendrick better than Future?
At what?
At everything. At making music. At moving the culture, quote unquote. Let's lump them both in together. Is Kendrick better than Future?
I think Kendrick is better than Future. The reason why I say that, no, I enjoy Future's music more, but I feel like I'm the duality, like most Black Americans. Let me finish the point. Like most Black American men are kind of like a duality of a Kendrick in the Future, and where it's like, when I say that, I'm saying like both. Okay, like you came up around
you don't even have your own identity.
What do you mean?
Because look at what you just said.
Right.
You're lumping your opinions in with blackness because you just said as a Black American man.
You asked about the culture, right? So I'm speaking pertaining it to the culture of Black Americans or Black Americans, right? Okay, so when I'm speaking about the culture and we are in tune with the culture is meaning Black Americans, right? As a Black American man, when I look at what Kendrick speaks to, he speaks to the conscious Black man, the Black man that is in tune with like his spirituality, the Black man who's like a family oriented, the one who's introspective, the one who does like self-worth, the one who does know, niggas on the other side, but doesn't participate it, but still gets respect because he's just respected as a man in full transparency. Future represents the nigga who may be still trapping, maybe still scamming, maybe still doing what he's doing, maybe in the streets a little bit, or maybe around the streets. But I speak for the street niggas because I may have done that in the past and I may have grown from it, but I can still speak to what I grew up around and what I evolved from. On top of that, what Future represents is not only can I speak for the trap niggas or just the niggas in the streets or just the niggas outside, I can speak for when a man might be in love or when a man might be vulnerable around a women and not sound like a simp. I can make music about women and not make it sound sappy and simpy, where the same street niggas who listen to the trap records can listen to some of these vulnerable R&B melodic records and feel the same thing. So I think
what you're telling me, hold on a second. So are you telling me that the culture is multifaceted?
Absolutely.
Well, then why? Whoa, hold on a second. Then how can somebody be a culture vulture then? If the culture is multifaceted, if it can be different things for different people, then doesn't that take away the culture's argument with Drake?
No. Because you asked me about them, right? So now I'm going to put the question on you. You tell me what part of Black culture that Drake represents the same way I said Future and Kendrick.
Drake is not Black culture at all. Black culture wants Drake to be them. Black culture wants to extort Drake. This is the duality of biracials, right? Whether it's Drake is Colin Kaepernick 2.0. We're too afraid to go into white spaces, so we'll use somebody who's mixed to do it, somebody who's more appealing, and then we'll leech off of them. Whether it be Colin Kaepernick or Drake or any of these other people or women or anybody like that, it's duplicitous nature. Drake, this is what I think people are confused, right? And I think the Black culture, the culture people are confused, especially because they seem to think that Drake was theirs. They seem to think that Drake was one of them. And I mean, I don't see how So first off, I'm gonna just say this: hip hop overall currently is garbage. Hip hop culture is garbage. It's been toxic, and the culture is not as appealing to other groups as it used to be. So I personally think that Drake was never a part of Black culture ever. People try to claim him as a part of that, but he never was that. So this other guy's coming in. I'm not really. I mean, it's 2-on-1. I'm not really. I'm trying to talk to
It's
you.
not. No, it's not
I know
2-on-1.
that. I know I'm probably getting his opinions on stuff.
No,
I don't.
not.
This is how I personally see it.
I don't think it's. Oh, just real quick. It's not 2-on-1 because, like I said, I'm coming in, and like I said before, even before you came on stream, like I'm always gonna come in being objective as possible, right?
Yeah.
And what you're saying, like you let me speak, and I'm letting you speak about everything you're saying, and I'm not even talking to disagree with you because me and you have conversations. We don't even have debates anymore. You just have like what you're saying. I'm gonna let you speak. When Mo Facts come in, I'm gonna let him speak. We're not all debating. It's not 2 against 1. I'm not against you. I'm not for Kendrick because the battle's over. Like the battle's over, so I'm not on either side anymore.
But the thing is this: I know this is not a music battle, right? This is, and people who think that this is about music is just out of their mind. This is a racial and political battle. And I just, like when people believe a certain thing, I know I'm never going to convince them. I'm not trying to convince them. For me and you have had conversations before, right? So I know based upon some of the stuff that the people believe that they're never going to, I'm not trying to convince them. They're not trying to convince me. It's kind of null and void, right? And I don't think people should evangelize their message like that anymore today. But what I'm telling you is, if we set Drake on the show, because I'm not trying to do the whole blackness, how sensitive people get. There's no way that that Kendrick is better than Future. I don't understand. I get the push from this year, right? I get what happened this year, right? I get what happened from May of 2024 to 2020 to the beginning of 2025. In no universe is Kendrick better than Future. In fact, even for Kendrick's little beef or whatever, he jumped on a track with Future. So I think when it comes to music, Future is way better to me than Kendrick is. And I'm just saying that this whole beef stuff, and it's because hip hop is dead. It's like garbage now.
Right.
It's overshadowing real things. Like the idea that Kendrick had the best album anywhere close to Future's album, We Don't Trust You, and We Still Don't Trust You, especially We Still Don't Trust You. That's ridiculous. Like that is absolutely ridiculous. There's no way GNX was better than either one of those albums.
I'm about to let Mo Facts jump in. I'm about to let Mo Facts, you there?
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. With salute, man. Yeah, jump in there, Mo Facts. You got it.
He started off with what's your name, Eric?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you started off with some falsehood saying we forced ourselves on the Drake. Drake forced himself into our culture. That's what you got to understand. Like we didn't go seek.
I'm not trying to understand.
No, but hold on, Eric. Let Mo. You had the mic.
No, I'm just saying you can't say a falsehood and expect us just to accept it. You got to understand.
Expect you to accept it. You're gonna fight for your culture.
Hey, no, I'm not. No, I'm gonna lay out facts, and you can either agree with it or not agree with it. But Drake started by emulating his style from Fonte from Little Brother as a backpack rapper, and when then that didn't work, then he went over to the R&B smooth kind of guy. But you got to understand, his first album was built off of T.I. gave him Fancy, Kanye gave him a song. Everybody that was top hip hop artists gave Drake songs because they understood that the music industry understood that he could have that crossover appeal. So you can't say that we forced ourselves on him. He forced himself into our culture. And you can't separate hip hop from blackness. I know the multicultural crowd and the world international crowd wants to do that, but you can't do that. It's black music.
Why
and
not?
And I'm gonna make one last point and I'll let you go. But you said that Kendrick is better than me, is not better than Future
at all.
That's false, because Kendrick can do everything that Future can do, but Future can't do everything Kendrick can do. That's the thing. You don't respect the art of hip hop.
I don't.
Kendrick,
it's garbage.
Then why are you speaking on it then?
Because I'm talking to Florida Boy Jay. Because I can talk about whatever I want to.
No,
The dominant culture is America. You know that culture that beats your ass? That's the dominant culture.
Beat who ass?
Yours. And that culture, tells me I can talk about whatever I want to talk about.
Hey, hold on. Listen.
See, you may be with the culture feeling, me, I'm with America feeling.
And who are you?
Me.
Yeah, are you white, black, biracial? What are you?
Me.
No, what are you?
Me.
Hold on, guys. Can I just pause this? Can I pause?
Go ahead.
I'm an Indian from India.
Hold on. Eric, let me pause. I'm gonna ask both of you guys a question. Right? I'm gonna ask both of you guys a real nigga question, right? Both of you guys. Are we going to just have a panel discussion? Or are y'all niggas trying to like have like a debate about this topic?
The thing is this, the thing is this, he has a right to speak and he has a right to say what he wants to say. But I recognize based upon what he's talking about, he and I will never agree. Because but I don't want to necessarily waste anybody's time or his time or whatever. When I said I don't respect it, I don't. Like I feel like your time and your energy and your words, Mr. Facts, could probably be used on somebody else, because I'm somebody that I don't necessarily I may respect you as an individual, but the things that you're telling me, the culture and stuff, I don't respect it. I don't at all.
No, but hold on.
It should be used. I think it should be taken advantage of. I think it should be. I mean, Charleston White ran through the culture in a year and had everybody crying. It's the weakest group of people out there. Like, to be honest with you, and I don't think that it represents. I don't think that it represents all black people.
No, this thing is, you come into a conversation around the culture.
I'm talking to him. I'm not talking to you.
But we're having a conversation about the culture.
I was talking to him first. I was talking to, because I know him personally. I'm not talking to you.
I understand that. But my point is, we're having a conversation about hip hop, about an album dropped by a hip hop artist named Drake. And you come in, you say
He's
it's
not
trash.
Hip hop. Drake is not hip hop.
What do you mean he's not hip hop?
Drake is not hip hop. I don't understand. Like, when Kendrick is saying he's not hip hop, he's not like us, I agree. Like, I don't understand what you're saying. Like, the thing is this, I agree in the peaceful separation. Okay?
But hold on, we got to get back to something though. What are you?
I'm Indian. I'm from India.
But but you say it's American culture and they beat on me. I think America put their foot up in India's ass for a long period of time.
Of course they did. They beat us.
So what are you talking?
I'm submitting to it.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay, that's what I'm doing. I'm submitting it. You know what I mean? I'm submitting it. And, you know, so that's what it is. I know
I'm busting the pussy open. Okay, I got
that's
you.
Right.
Okay.
That's right.
That's right.
Throw me some dollars. I'll do it even more. The thing is this.
That's all I got to say to you, sir.
Yes,
hey,
sir.
FBJ, have a good night.
Thank
and like
you.
I said,
that.
Everybody know that your commentary don't even hold no weight no more. Thank you.
That's good.
Y'all have a good night.
It had enough weight for you to come up though.
Eric, listen. See, this is the issue right now. I needed more facts to come in and kind of add on the conversation. That's why I asked you guys.
My bad. I mean, I just think that when it comes to this culture stuff, bro, we're never going to agree. I don't like. He doesn't sound.
Listen, I don't.
He sounds like a nice guy, but like the thing is this. I get what he's doing, but we're never going to agree. And like him trying to convince me of, well, they actually did this and they actually did that. Like, try that on a white person. Like that works on white people who feel sorry for you. It doesn't work on me.
Eric, the point is, if I wanted everybody up here to agree, I would have brought a bunch of people with the same opinion. I'm not bringing people.
Well, I originally came up to talk to you. My bad.
No, I know that, and I don't think he was really trying to like debate you or just. I think it was just something he wanted to like add on to what you said, or just like
he was trying to contest.
Let me say this. Even that when I asked questions, whatever, I think we could have just ended it there and we just had a panel discussion. So I wanted people with different opinions on here to just say what they wanted to, or if they had something to say against something you said. It's not against you personally. It's just our opinions on this topic. I just wanted to like have more facts on here, like just to add to that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I get it. I mean, but when he was coming up here to correct me and him are never going to agree. Yeah, if he moves next to me, I'm moving. If I see him in the street, I'm walking on the other side of the street.
No,
Like we have we're not gonna meet in the middle at all.
Listen, before we get into this, Drake, because we're gonna go through these sales and everything, but I'm gonna say this. Outside,
but don't you think you should be focusing on hip hop since you're hip hop, right? Larry June and 2 Chainz have an album, right? Don't you think like the people, the hip hop, urban culture, why focus on this guy who's just trivial? Why focus on this guy, this loser guy who's not from the culture? Why focus on this guy? Why not focus on Larry June, 2 Chainz? Why not focus on your culture? Since Drake is not your culture, why give so much? Because what's going to happen is you're going to have a Donald Trump effect. Drake is not even going to need mainstream media anymore. The hate is going to end up pushing him further versus mainstream media. So like, I just don't understand. If I believe that Drake was not my culture and I believe Drake was a culture vulture, the last thing I would want to do in this age is if you really want, we want them superpowers to be neutralized, right? What we don't want to do is have a Donald Trump effect. We don't want this guy to be pushed further by hate, because hate can probably get him a lot further than love can at this point, right? So I just don't understand it. Just don't understand it.
Two things. Future reference, like the comment I have on here, Mo Facts is I know, I don't know your ethnicity, but Mo Facts has a big platform. Like I said, if somebody calls in, even if you don't know, like it could be somebody who calls in with like 1.3 million YouTube subscribers, right?
Yeah.
We need to let them get on. You feel me?
Okay, my mistake. My thing about it is this. My bad. I'm gonna dip here in a minute.
Like, if somebody, that's why I ain't tripping on you. But I'm saying like somebody comes in here with like a huge following, right?
Yeah.
Like you want them to kind of stick around and hang out a little bit, right? Just like we was on Clubhouse and when somebody comes in, you kind of don't.
Yeah, man. I know how mad they get, how sensitive they are. I'm just not really trying to. You know what I'm saying? Like I know where like talking to you is different than talking to them. Okay, me talking to you is different than talking to them. I know me and that guy. I know I already know where he's going. Okay, we get it. Drake is a culture vulture to you. We get it. Everybody owes you everything. We get it. We got it. Everybody did you wrong. You are the inventor and the creator of everything. Everything. You invented everything. You invented everything for everybody.
Like that. Hey, you can't.
Hold on a second. Hold on. No. Hold on a second.
He was Kang's month.
But that's what I'm saying. Hold on a second. But I don't get it. But I don't get it. So let me get this straight. You invented everything from everybody, and your culture is so strong. But yet you let some light-skinned Canadian nigga dominate your culture, half nigga, dominate your culture for 15 years. Now, whose fault is that? Is that his fault, or is that your so-called culture's fault?
It's the fault of the people Kanye keep blaming, and y'all too scared to stand behind him. It's the same people Kanye keep talking about.
This is just what I'm saying.
I'm not Drake is right. Drake, the same people Kanye be talking about.
But this is what I'm telling you, right?
It's a small.
Okay. But the thing is this. Well, if you really knew, he's suing them. But that's neither here nor there.
Because he ain't white enough. That's why.
But he is suing. But he's not. Okay, so like I said, this is a racial thing.
For Drake, it's an eternal racial thing for Drake, because what Drake did was he used his blackness to get in and get popping, but then he used his other culture to use against blackness until.
How did he use it against it?
By taking people's songs, taking people's melodies, suppressing other artists.
He suppressed other artists? Absolutely. Is he the CEO of Spotify?
He doesn't have to be. If he doesn't want a record out, or he doesn't want a record to get any type of traction, Drake has shown that he has.
So he's that powerful.
We've seen it.
Oh, okay. So he is powerful. So hold on a second. So he finessed. So let me get this straight. This dominant culture of the world that everybody wants to be like got finessed by somebody that was not one of their own. Boy, that sounds familiar. Now, hold on a second. Now, was this the same? It's funny because I said I was an Indian, but was this the same culture 4 months ago that was lining up for an Indian?
You talking about
that's that same culture, right? Was that same culture that was 4 months ago? No. The same culture 4 months ago that was lining up for somebody that was half black and half Canadian to vote for him, right?
What I'm saying is this.
Like, fool me once, shame on
But this is
you.
what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying. We come down to the Drake thing, right? Because what you're saying is, I agree with some of the things you're saying. Because, like I said, I also have a stream on my YouTube where I came at Kamala Harris and I actually shouted out and surrounded that whole stream around the black people who were going against Kamala Harris and saying that the few black people who are going against her,
13%.
that 13% is why she lost the election. Because if the black people that actually needed, so let me say, the black people, if the black people that she actually needed pushed the needle, she wouldn't have got blown out by 8 p.m. the way she got blown out by 8
I don't know. I would say it was.
I'm not saying she would have won the election. I'm not saying
I would say it was other groups of, like, that's what I'm saying.
You know, this is what I'm saying. This is what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm trying to say. This is what I'm trying to say, right? The same minority that told you Kamala wasn't black was the same minority that told you Drake was out here bullshitting for 15 years.
No, it was not.
Because the majority finally agreed with the loud minority doesn't mean that there wasn't a loud minority in that majority that stood here and was on the right side of history and called it early. I called that Drake shit early. I called Kamala Harris shit early.
You called it early. When did you call it? You called it early in 2023 when he was the #1 on your Spotify.
Look at the streams.
When he was hold on a second. You said Drake was #1 on your Apple Music in 2023. Were you calling it in 2023 when you were listening to him to be the #1 person on your Spotify?
I was still saying that Drake was.
Okay. Listen, this is what
hold on. And Future's my favorite rapper, and I like Future more than Kendrick, Drake, and anybody who outside.
Yeah, because we can just set Drake on the shelf. There's obviously going to be some bias.
What I'm saying is this is what I'm saying. I have my favorite rappers. I like Future more than any other rapper, probably, like I said, outside of Tupac, right? So I'm gonna listen to a lot of him. I like Drake outside of.
You like Tupac? Jeez.
Tupac's your favorite rapper all the time. But Kendrick Lamar,
I'm sorry to hear that.
I put Kendrick Lamar the same place I put Nas, the same place I put Tupac, where their music and the importance in their lyrics
puts you to sleep.
No, it usurps public popularity, because as a black man, when I hear black men speaking on wax, almost prophesizing the journey that I'm going to have to live and embark on as a youth, are
you oppressed?
No. It's not about being oppressed. They're telling the story of who we are. So I'm gonna listen to their music, because their music is substance. It's food. You can sit on. I can go back to Second Childhood on Stillmatic. Go back to Second Childhood and reference that in order to not be complacent, not to sit around and.
But that song came out like 40 years ago.
Let me finish. That's what makes timeless music. When I can put on Second Childhood in my 30s, and even though I got everything in my life together, I can still put that on to reference not slipping, not falling behind, not being content. When I go back and listen to Tupac, young niggas from against all, not against all odds, got all odds, not all odds on me. Shit, what was that? Me Against the World. Me Against the World. Listen to that. He's basically telling you, bro, a lot of us are smart. If you can sell dope, you could be an accountant. If you can fucking
then why not be an accountant?
But that's what he's saying in the song. That's my point. Everybody talks about Tupac, he was a thug. When if you actually look at the catalog, he was actually trying to tell niggas when he was alive, bro.
Tupac,
get off the streets or stop doing what people are stereotyping.
You don't think these people are grifting you a little bit? You don't think that? See what you don't understand
it's
is
this.
People. May I say something real quick? People get on people like Money Man, right? People talk about Money Man and Future and some of these other people like A Boogie about making scammer rap, right? Like they make music about scamming people, scammer music. What they don't understand is the real scammers are the political activists. There's nobody that has scammed more people out there than political activists. You could become Tupac or Kendrick Lamar. All you have to do is just rap about how you're oppressed by the system and put some beats on it from the 70s, some great melodies from the 70s or whatever, and just go around, just going around and just telling everybody how the white man did you wrong, right? And just seeking that white sympathy. Seeking that white sympathy.
Hold on, real quick. I'm asking a question. Why niggas like Dead Prez, Dilated Peoples, niggas like Lil Brother, niggas like D1 that actually preach about that? Why haven't they blew up then if niggas is grifting or niggas is speaking about Black Hope and putting pressure? Why niggas like Talib Kweli, who all these artists I named?
Shouts out to Talib Kweli. All of Raucous Records was really good.
Most stuff. When you go to their concerts, it's predominantly white people, right?
Exactly, because that's how white people want to see Black people. They want to see you as oppressed. They don't want to hear you being victorious. They don't want to hear that.
But
They
what
want
I'm
to hear
saying
you.
that-
They
what
want to
I'm
hear.
saying
No,
that-
no, no. Let me finish. Let me finish. They want to hear you telling them about how bad they beat you. That's what they want to hear. So when you make I'm oppressed and the system has me down, they want to hear how they did you wrong.
That's not
That's what they want to hear.
That's not what they're saying in their song.
That's not what who's saying.
It's not what
That's not what
It's not what Kendrick is saying. He's not saying,
oh my God. Oh my
record.
God. He's talking about colonizers. He's talking about colonizers.
What you're doing right now is you're trying to put a certain narrative on and use it as an umbrella to encompass everything that it means to live the black man, like to be a black man born and raised in America with 2 American parents, grandparents, great grandparents, from slavery, right? Our story is so much more complex than even dealing with white people. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't see a lot of white people on a day-to-day basis unless I go to the store or I gotta like buy something or I gotta like leave my home. What I'm saying is that we or people in the hood, black people.
You live in the hood?
I don't. What I'm trying to tell you. What I'm trying to tell you is this: if you live in why I brought the hood is this. Just like niggas who live in the hood don't live around white people, I live around white people unless I go out to shop, grocery store, gas station. I don't see white people in my day-to-day life. So what I'm trying to tell you is this: life is so much more than interacting or having interactions with white people in black music and in black men music. In our lives is so much in my life that happens where white people aren't even involved in, to where they're not even considered, just because they may be a message or it may be some inspirational music or maybe some music talking about oppression that is timeless. Tupac says the same thing.
I think I'm gonna drop an oppression album. I think I'm gonna drop an album called The Life and Times of Systematic Oppression 1. And then I think hold on a second. My first track is gonna be called Food Desert, right? I'm gonna make a track called Food Desert about how people are oppressed in food deserts. Okay. The second one is going to be called COINTELPRO, right?
Listen,
the second one is going to be called COINTELPRO, right? That's the second track. Then we'll have a COINTELPRO, the remix, right? And I mean, this is exactly what we'll do.
Right,
then hold on a second. The fourth track could be called Redlining, right? The redlining track.
You got a 4-track album. The reason I say
that's what I'm saying. It's just like, bro, people get off by selling the struggle.
We're gonna go into the album sales, but I'm gonna say something. Let me get the last word on this. This is my point. With the way hip hop is, the way things are, right? I need Kendrick Lamar to make the music he makes. Like I need J. Cole, Future, and Drake. Everybody has a pocket. The way you're shitting on that type of music is like you came on shitting on the type of music Drake makes, even though it's good and it's needed and it sells because it's needed and it resonates.
Yeah.
It's so many types of music that I'm not going to shit on Drake and I'm not going to shit on Kendrick and I'm not going to shit on Tupac and I'm not going to shit on Future or Nas, because they all serve a purpose and give us a different slice of music that we need. I don't want to listen to Tupac every day. When it's Saturday night and we going out, you know what I'm saying? We got some women. I'm not putting on no Tupac, bro. Where's the Drake at? When niggas got to go hustle, we need the Future. When niggas want to go get, little
or Jeezy
or Jeezy, or when niggas want to, or we want to listen to Bone Thugs, or niggas want to listen.
Shouts out to Bone Thugs
or Current. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't want Currency to start making music like Future. I don't want Wiz to start making music like West Side Gun. I want them to do what they're good at. If Kendrick is good at delivering that message in an articulate way that transcends and that resonates with people, you have to let him be the responsible rapper who does that. You see what I'm saying? Somebody has to have that role. If black culture, black people elevate, you have to let him. You have to let Kendrick do that the way we have to let Drake do what he does.
First off, the thing is this, but going back to your original point, Drake is not a part of the culture. Okay, so you're saying we have to do that. Drake is not. You can't kick something out that was never there to begin with. Okay, so the thing is, you did say, hold on a second. You did say something, and I love the comment I just said, is self-hating biracial, because that's exactly what I think of J. Cole. Okay, I think of a guy.
Go in on. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put you about to go on a J. Cole.
I can't stand J. Cole.
Matter of fact, hold on. Let me ISO. I'm trying to ISO you. I need you to just do your thing on J. Cole. I got you. Matter of fact, yeah, do your thing. Say whatever the fuck you want about J. Cole right now.
Why? Do you like J. Cole? Are you a J. Cole fan?
I like J. Cole. I think he's okay, but I need you to slander J. Cole because I feel like J. Cole is the DEI rapper.
Ooh. Okay, so you got a guy, right? Who comes out.
Oh, you got it. I got you. I'm listening. I'm just about to
You have a guy who comes out. So he just left me here, right? You got a guy who comes out and who says everything that they accuse Drake of being, J. Cole is at like ×5, right? You got a guy who is half white, who hides his white mom from the world. Drake has never hid his mom from the world. Then he makes songs talking about those crackers never did anything for me. Excuse me, sir. You were raised by crackers. Crackers raised you, right? Then he goes to college. He gets in a Pan-Africanist club, right? And if you really want to know who's wearing blackface or cosplaying as black, it's definitely J. Cole. J. Cole, to me, is the biggest culture vulture I have ever seen. From wearing the dashikis to trying to grow the hair, all that kind of stuff. So I do think, it's funny. I wish he wasn't such a coward in this battle, right? Because I would have loved a Euphoria from Kendrick directed. And by the way, Euphoria is probably my favorite diss track from Kendrick. But
listen, we're gonna do right now. We're gonna just go to Twitter and just look at some of the live reactions of the Drake sales. All right.
Yeah, it's fine. I'm about to dip here in a minute, but I've always felt like J. Cole was a self-hating biracial that desperately wanted to be accepted by the woke black crowd. And the way he throws white people to the ground when white people were the one that raised him and white people are the one that bought all of his music is just ridiculous. And like I said, I just feel like the arguments that are used on Drake could be used on J. Cole, but they're not, because J. Cole is cosplaying, number one, and number two, he's on his Colin Kaepernick stuff. Like, everybody noticed how Colin Kaepernick, when he first came in the league, he had a low cut, he was wearing the Jordans. Then after a certain time, he started growing the afro, wearing all black dashikis in the middle of summer. And Cole is doing the exact same thing. And I just find it to be very interesting. But I'm gonna holler at you later. I don't want to turn your audience away. I know that they love you, and I'm kind of like messing around. So I'll holler at you later.
No, you're good, bro. I appreciate you tapping in.
Peace.
Yeah, all right, peace. All right, yeah. So you know what I'm saying? I want to have a debate, but like I said, Mo Facts, want to tap in later. I appreciate it. I appreciate you tapping in now. But if you would like to call in again, now that he's off, feel free. Because I don't want anybody to feel like somebody is running anybody off. And I know he didn't run you off or anything, but I don't want like confrontation in a conversation if it's not like agreed to off the rip. You know what I'm saying? Like if two people aren't like, hey, like I'm ready to like for the smoke and I want to debate and like go crazy in this motherfucker, I'll let you do it. But I need both sides to agree to it, because people call in. I want them to have the conversation and have like a panel debate, especially somebody with people with platforms who are active content creators. They call in. I really want to show them, preferential treatment because they actually like fuck with the shit. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to look at some of the fucking shit that goddamn Drake's doing right now. Party Next Door. So these guys right now, let me go ahead and put the full screen on. All right. So we got Party Next Door, Drake, some sick songs for you. They sold 250K. It will mark Party Next Door's first and Drake's 14th #1 album. Okay, so let me just be honest. Having the #1 album, that's good. Let's just be honest. There's nothing wrong with having #1 album. There's nothing to frown about. Having #1 album is dope. Having 14 #1 albums, nothing to sneeze about. But it's a flop. The reason why I say this album is a flop, let me go ahead and say the reason why this album is a flop to me. The reason why this album is a flop because we had a group chat and we had a conversation. I got you, Mo Facts. I'm dropping it right now. And anybody that wants to tap in, want to have a group panel discussion, we're not going to argue in here. We're just going to all share our thoughts and, support each other's channel. So if you are a content creator and you want to cross stream, you want to get some people to follow you, just tap in with me. You know what I'm saying? And we'll, collaborate. But the reason why I say this was a flop, because I said this before, Drake to me had to sell over 300,000 for this not to be a flop. The reason why I say he had to sell over 300,000 for this not to be a flop Pops, Mo Facts. What's up? What's up?
Yo, what's going on with you?
I'm good, man. Appreciate you guys tapping in. We're gonna have a cool little conversation here. I remember, Mo Facts, my guy Pops, we got a group chat and we debated this right before the album came out, and we addressed it like an hour ago in the group chat. We've been going at it a little bit. So we're gonna have a good discussion because I don't think Pop's not coming to argue either, so we're gonna be good.
I think we need to couch it to say it's a flop for expectations for Drake. I think that's a better way to put it, because if anybody else does these numbers, it's a great week. But for Drake, being who he is, it's a flop for up to his standard. I just want to say that, you know what I'm saying? That way we couch it in the right way. I agree with you. It didn't meet expectations.
Yeah, and when I say it's a flop too, like I said before when I came on here, sonically, the way the album sounds is not a flop. I like 2/3 majority of the songs on the album. Like I said, if I can condense it to 15 songs, it's a good album. I like the direction he went in it. But if we're talking about numbers and we're talking about Drake's expectations on what he sells compared to even his collaborative albums, his last output, compared to how The Weeknd sold 450, and what they said Kendrick flopped on, for even though Kendrick sold more, I have to put the question on the table: is this a flop?
So this is my opinion about it being so me personally, I have collaborative albums and solo albums in separate spectrums, right? If this was a solo Drake project, Mo, I agree with you 100%. I think for a solo, this is Drake's project, not Party's project, I would say for that, I can understand the flop numbers. But realistically, historically, right, over the last 10 years, how many collab albums do 250K the first week? Historically. Over the last 10. Who's done that?
But
that's a fair point.
Hold on, Jay, listen. What a Time to Be Alive didn't do that. Even the what's the project with 21 called? Shit, I can't.
What Time to Be Alive did, I think, 337K.
The first week?
Yeah.
Was it the first week? It might have been the first week. I take that back. Not What a Time to Be Alive. I'm thinking of Gunna and what's the name? Shit, my bad. Gunna. I'm just saying in general. I'm just saying in general. Collaborative albums historically over the last, like, they're hit or miss projects. And also the other thing is too, let's be completely honest. How many people, unless you're really into music, really listen to Party Next Door? Let's be honest. Like, you have to really really be into music to listen to. It's like, okay, I think I really love what's his name? Giveon. Great singer, fantastic, like great music. But sonically, I know that music doesn't appeal to everybody. So his album doing 115,000 is great for him. See what I'm saying? Because I know that that's not a sound that everybody like. There's nobody that's really like, I'm listening to Party Next Door unless you're really into that. So, like, to me, this is how I feel like this album was. I feel like this album was really, in my opinion, artists do this all the time. A lot of these songs are contributing from an older Drake sound, and instead of Future, there we go. That's what I want to say. Instead of Future being on these songs, it's Party. But this is essentially, if you think about it, think about some of the songs on there. Who do they sound like should be that collab partner, really? Future. These sound like What a Time to Be Alive throwaways. That second album, that never happened. That's what they sound like. They sound like an album that should have maybe featured Future, some of the other guys that's not getting along. And you put Party on him, and he's cool, nothing wrong with it. But I think that Party's not a strong enough candidate for a collab album to do 300K.
Can I jump in right quick?
Go ahead. You got it, Mo.
But we got to, in all fairness, everybody listened to this album because it was the first thing Drake has put out since the beef. So everybody listened. So he got a huge bump in numbers just for people tuning in to listen to hear what he had to say. What this tells me is with these numbers, it doesn't have replay value because everybody gave it a good first look. it came out on Valentine's Day. It's the perfect album to play with your girl, or you know what I'm saying, like you trying to set the mood, but it didn't have the replay value like GNX. GNX came out, it fell out the sky, and it had the same quality of people wanted to hear what Kendrick had to say, but people played it over and over and over again, and that's how you get the sales. And that's why I was saying FBJ, they pad these albums with 20 songs because every click, every listen contributes to sales. Even if you're just listening to it, you know, you get 100,000 people to listen to 5 extra songs. You see what I'm saying? That adds to the total of sales. So we can't act like Drake didn't set it up to be successful. It's just that I'm a music connoisseur. I love all kind of music. If it was good, I would say it was good. Even though I'm a huge, I told everybody Kendrick my GOAT. You know what I'm saying? He the GOAT of all time. I'm a 40 plus year old nigga. You know what I'm saying? They get mad at me because I tell them Kendrick the GOAT. But if Drake came with something hot, I would say it was hot. You said it yourself. It's dated. It sounds very dated, and that's why it doesn't have the replay value, because it's like I've heard this before.
7 years ago. This project should have came out.
But look, this is what I'm gonna tell you, and this is my problem with music, Mo. This is my issue with music as a whole, right? People keep saying we want you to read, and this is not just a Drake. It's a lot of artists in general. What do people say? We want you to recapture that old sound. Where is that? And then when you bring it, then people don't want to hear it. But the thing is, where you're at now, it's harder to be an artist in today's time. I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000. And the reason why I say it's hard to be an artist is because, number one, the music has evolved into where, okay, example, go back to 2015. How long were songs? Four minutes.
Probably 4 minutes, 3 to 4 minutes,
right?
Yep.
How long are songs now?
About 2:30, 2 and a half.
You know what I'm saying? And Rod Wave, I'm gonna use him as an example. I like Rod. He not bad to me. Crybaby ass nigga, but you know what I'm saying? His songs are 1 minute and 50 seconds, 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Chorus, verse, chorus, song over.
Do you know why though?
I'm saying the attention span of the attention span, like it's the musically now it's so. First and foremost, there's too many people, too many hands in the pot when it comes to this shit.
Let me tell you why songs are shorter now. Whether it's a 4 minute song or a 2 minute song, it's a click. It's the way Spotify out. I'll give you 2 verses and it'll sell.
No,
it's a click. You know what I'm saying? That's why they. Yeah, go ahead.
I was gonna say the other thing is too. You bringing that up, right? Musically, it is easier to make it now. We got to keep it 1,000. It's way easier. Listen, all you need, right? I'm gonna use a nigga from TikTok, the Too Rare nigga. All you have to do is go viral. You know what I'm saying? From that point on, you have to continue that buzz, and people will still. That's why Bossman D-Lo music. You feel what I'm saying? It's the same shit, right? But that
you said
you breaking up. You breaking up, boy.
A little bit.
West Side Gun came out with a West Side Gun album, 12, but he gave you what you expected, but it was still good. That album is what you expect from West Side Gun, but it's still good. The thing is, this album is just not good. It's what you expected, but it's not good. It didn't make me. I've been playing 12 since it came out. Every day, you know what I'm saying? And he introduced you to new artists. That's another thing Drake used to do that he don't do anymore. He doesn't give you any new artists. I was saying, what's your boy name? Brother, something SOS or SOS. That's a new guy. You know what I'm saying? That West Side. I'm not making it about West Side Gun, but I'm saying that you can have a sound and you can stick to your formula and still put out a good project. Drake just didn't, you know what I'm saying, deliver on this one. I'll let my plane.
Yeah, and I think when you say that, that's why I defend Future, because the same people that be like, oh, Future, he's 40 and dropping the same music. I'm like, bro, just like West Side Gun, Rick Ross, certain people, they can rap to their 40 because they have perfected their sound. And I don't want to hear them deviate from, like, I don't want to hear no song where it's not slowed down to a certain BPM. I hear Maybach music and Ross is talking luxury rap, just like the 2 Chainz project with The Alchemist. I never heard 2 Chainz Alchemist beats, but 2 Chainz can rap and he stays in his bag. So like when it comes to Future or Westside Gunn or Drake, it's not the fact that Drake isn't doing what he always does. It's just it doesn't hit. It don't sound like it almost hits. It's almost like it's like the dope is cut a little bit. Where even what Eric said when Future dropped, "We don't trust you, we still don't trust you." It sounded like timeless Future. It is different when an artist drops dated sounds and when he drops timeless sounds. Where it's like, damn, this album, like when a Kanye record drops sometimes, and if it's good, like a Donda or Life of Pablo, it's like, damn. Some of these songs Kanye could have put on any album or dropped at any time, and it would have sounded like the best of Kanye. It's different, like I said, when an artist sounds dated and when an artist sounds like, man, this sounds like the best of this type of nigga. And I'll pass it back to one of y'all as we're scrolling and looking at some of these numbers.
Like I said, Drake just is. I think the magic is gone. And I like I said, I was hoping it was good.
I don't think it's gone. I think when he dropped that solo project, I think it's gonna do numbers. Personally,
but we've been saying that he couldn't catch a win with your girl Sexy Red. That was a flop. On the what's the name beat, on the BBL Drizzy beat, which by itself was a hit. He couldn't deliver with that. Everything he's come out with, he's. It's kind of like he has what in baseball they got a thing called a yips. It's like once something gets in your head, you can't get it out of your head, and then it was a baseball pitcher. He couldn't throw the ball back. It was a catcher. They couldn't throw the ball back to the pitcher.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? I think Drake has the yips right now. It's like it's in his head, and he can't get away. I mean, out his own way. And I'll land my plane.
But I'll say too, I think with Drake's beef with Kendrick and the record labels was the absolute worst timing, knowing that streaming has now plateaued, knowing that a lot of these albums are not being inflated the way they did, knowing that the music industry has been consolidated completely. A lot of departments have been eviscerated. Things have been down to like one label, so it's not a lot of push. So a lot of these albums that we're seeing when artists are selling 10,000 copies, 30,000 copies, 60,000 copies, 8, 9, 10 years ago, those are artists doing 100K, 200K. When the bundles, just look at this. When Views was coming out in 2016, did over $1 million. That's when they were able to fudge. We're talking about the opening of streaming era. Drake was the nigga who ushered in the streaming era. It's fact. The first, I remember I bought Take Care, the CD in the store. By the time Nothing Was the Same came out, we were streaming it. He was the poster child for that. And I say that because, like I said, 2015, 2016, 2017, 2018, all of our favorite artists by the bundle packages, they were selling 300,000, 400,000 superstars, 200,000. Meek Mill was selling 200,000. Everybody was, you know what I'm saying? It was like to the point where if you sell under 100,000, you're getting clowned. Just 5 years ago, to the point where now if you sell under 100,000, niggas ain't clowning you no more because you don't have the machine behind you. We know that now. And Drake did the beef. And now niggas is looking at your numbers, Drake, the way we looked at your numbers when all the lights were on at all the labels and everybody can push things. So knowing that you had the beef and we're now judging you to an industry that's not the same, your numbers are going to reflect the current industry standards, not what your previous performances were. And I think
FBJ, I got a question for you because you made me have a thought. Is Drake and it showed that we're objective. We were saying we star report veterans.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? Is Drake a victim of reverse payola? Is his number suppressed because he stepped on the wrong toes? You know what I'm saying? We got to be objective now. We know who toes he stepped on, and we know what's going on. Could this be a case of that as well? I mean, because that number is still. I look at. I mean, I got to think about because you made me think about something. His fans were going to play this regardless, over and over and over again. So he's supposed to hit a certain number. It just seemed a little fit. I got to lay it out there. Is he a victim of the same system that propped him up? Is it trying to suppress him now? And I'll put that question to you.
The reason I would say objective as possible, I do believe that there is industry support that has been suppressed or taken away from Drake. I do believe that is a factor, but because, like I said, the way the streamer flex, the way all this stuff is, for him still to sell 250 showed me that the same thing with the reason why I'm not going to use it as a crutch for Drake. You know why? Because Kanye West was blackballed from streaming services and still went #1 and sold crazy amounts of album independently, because when people want the music and if it's good, they're going to find it.
Fair point. Fair point.
That sell despite being blocked, right? So for Drake, the reason I'm not going to use that, because if Drake actually dropped a quality album that was fire, he would have sold 300, 400, 500,000 copies. If he dropped a truly undeniably great body work, like if you're reading This Is Too Late. And when I say that, something where it's like, damn, even his haters got to give him some props. Because if you're reading This Is Too Late, it showed me that Drake can drop good enough music to sway over his hardest critics. And when I look at this first week chart numbers, I will compare it to this also. Being a part of this generation, when Drake albums drop, the reason why you listen to them over and over again in the caption generation, right? Because when Drake albums drop, you listen to it to find your IG caption, the next IG caption, next viral caption. Caption rap was something he used to get pinned on him. You see what I'm trying to say? So when we say that, we used to replay and listen to put the hottest caption to the hottest song on our posts over the weekend because the Drake album dropped. And everybody's going to know it's relevance on relevance. It's attaching yourself to the brand, which is going to add to the replay, which is going to add to relevancy, which is going to add to numbers. We look at views. When we look at views, look at how many captions came off that album. How many captions came off Scorpion? Nice for what? Songs like that. Nothing was the same. Take Care. You see what I'm saying?
And you know what worried me, FBJ? Every artist in the creation process has 2 or 3 bangers in the cut. And they build an album around those bangers. It's like, where are the bangers, Drake? You know, it's like, for real, where are the... You supposed to, I mean, like, you ain't dropped nothing in a minute. The last thing you dropped, that was where's that 1 or 2 hits that you can build it, like you said, 13 song project around. You can get 3 or 4 hip hop beats from Conductor. You know what I'm saying? That anchor that, you know what I'm saying, like that Drake sound, the Tuscan leather kind of flow.
Yeah.
And then you go ahead.
Is the Give Me a Hug not one of those songs though?
It's not that it's not. This is what it is. This is what it is, Pops. Before the beef, if you look at views, Scorpion, nothing was the same. Look at all these Drake albums, right? The top 4. There was a hit smash #1. He had at least 1 or 2 #1 records in circulation by the time that album dropped. On all these albums, Views, Scorpion, Nothing Was the Same, Take Care. By the time the release date came, Drake had at least 1 or 2 #1 songs on the radio already, right? When it comes down to this album, For All the Dogs, Honestly Nevermind, what was the other one? Certified Lover Boy. There was no song that went #1 like a God's Plan, like a Nice for What, like a Hotline Bling, like a One Dance. You see what I'm trying to say? Started from the bottom. All these songs were #1 songs pre-album. So when the album came out, everything's shooting up. We're already having momentum for the album sales and for the record. This album, like the last 4 or 5 Drake albums, hasn't had that #1 record since Scorpion, because Certified Lover Boy, that Too Sexy, was not the song that took niggas where it needed to be, especially after Kanye took niggas somewhere with Donda. Nobody was trying to hear that Certified Lover Boy, even though I think that was Drake's last like good album, quality album. But I think that will answer your question, Pops, because it's less captions, it's less caption rap. Added to, there's no #1 singles to drive these recent projects, adds to the low number sales. And I'll pass the mic. I'll end my plane.
I was gonna say, I will say this is the thing. I still think Drake is gonna be on top of the world no matter what, because his solo album will do better than his collab album. I firmly believe that. I firmly believe that the solo album was, and the thing is, 250K. Like I said, I think that the needle is getting moved as far as like 200,000 is still a crazy number. I understand we're trying to put tiers on it, but in my opinion, just 200 anything is still a good number, especially for a collab album with Party Next Fucking Door. That's just my opinion.
It's 200. It's 200, but it's 200 when it's highly anticipated that people want to hear from you. So you're gonna have 100,000 just built in of people that even the Kendrick fans are gonna listen to hate on you. The Drake fans are gonna listen to you to support. It's a Valentine's Day album. You're gonna play it in the car. Another thing is Drake getting those playlist placements, or is he getting blackballed there as well? Because that adds to your numbers. It's just like before when a Drake album came out, you couldn't get away from it. It was on every playlist. It was all plastered, and as soon as you open up your YouTube app or your Apple Music app, it was right there. I don't see that now, and it was like, you like that Drake? They're gonna throw you more Drake at you. Go ahead.
Yeah, he's in a beef with the like. That's the thing. You have to factor in both, like you said earlier. The beef with the industry is also not helping. You know what I'm saying? It's not helping his situation. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, I think that the album does have some replayability. I think Give Me a Hug is going to Give Me a Hug and Nokia are probably going to be
Nokia is that shit. I don't give a fuck what
you feel what I'm saying. I think that they're going to be the biggest songs off of this album. Give Me a Hug is already streaming crazy. Nokia is streaming crazy. TikTok is loving it. I think also the other thing is people are also doing what's hot, and what's hot is to hate on Drake. It's the same shit about
Nokia is one TikTok viral dance from going up and being that Drake.
No, and you say that. Look, I gotta agree with him, FBJ, because guess what? I got teenage daughters. One's early 20s. They off Drake, bro.
Hey, my niece is 20 years old. She does not fuck with Drake at all.
They off Drake. I mean, like, what the disrespect, and people want to poo-poo it when you start disrespecting black women. Black women stop messing with you. All other women stop messing with you because they don't want that pressure. Let's just keep it. Listen, we got to keep it 100. You can't play the Drake with your girlfriends no more. And it's like it's a new wave right now.
And it's the thing, right? This the thing, and I'm gonna point this out too, Mo. Right? I'm gonna bring up a nigga that I still listen to no matter what. Nigga, Chris Brown is the most canceled nigga I ever seen in my life. You feel what I'm saying? Nigga can't get no placements on fucking video shows, movies, TV shows, nothing. Still one of the biggest fucking artists in the world, right? Still putting out top songs, TikTok, whatever the case may be. I think that where Drake fucked up at is you can't go against the hand that feeds you, no matter who it is. You feel what I'm saying? And that go for all of us. You feel what I'm saying? If you trapping, you know, if you go against the plug, what happened to you? You get dried out. You feel what I'm saying? At the end of the day, unless you're solely, you're doing your own promotions, you're doing your own. You see what I'm saying? If he was doing his own thing, this doesn't happen. See what I'm saying? But when you're still owned by UMG or whoever it is, they can make or break you. You feel what I'm saying? Drake is fortunate enough, though, to have enough time in this industry that he still has influence. But overall, that influence over time is going to just fade to the black. You feel what I'm saying?
And you brought up something, bro, and I was going to bring it up the last segment, but I didn't get a chance to get to it. Let's just be honest. Drake was giving Chris Brown spot. Chris Brown was supposed to be the next heir after Usher. Down that Michael Jackson, Usher.
I'm about to say the next this here's for me, right? Is Mo, right? It's Michael Jackson. You got Beyonce. Chris Brown is that next line. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you got to put Usher in there as well because it go James Brown, Michael Jackson, Usher. Then it's supposed to be Chris Brown.
Well, my thing is I'm talking about just as an entertainer.
I'm gonna take Usher back in when y'all playing, but y'all keep going.
Yeah, no, this is the thing. Like I'm talking about, like when we talk about like a worldwide influence of an artist, right? Like Chris Brown was supposed to have that spot, not Drake. You feel what I'm saying? Then what you do is the shit happened with Rihanna. It happens, right? He's still paying for some shit, whatever. they put another nigga in that spot, this is what you get. You feel what I'm saying? But
let's just keep it 100. Hold on, I don't mean to cut you off, but we can't pussyfoot around it. He was smashing Jay-Z girl. Let's just keep it 100. That's why that nigga blackball right now. It ain't got nothing because niggas done shot niggas, killed niggas, everything. You know what I'm saying? Whooped on women, Dr. Dre, all of them. His sin was he was smashing Jay-Z's side piece, and Jay-Z put the blackball on. Let's just keep it 100. I spaz. I'm sorry, but I mean we got to stop pussyfooting around why Chris Brown is really canceled.
Yeah, and it's the thing. But this is go to what I'm saying, Mo. He's the most uncancelable, canceled nigga ever. You know what I'm saying? Like the nigga can't no matter what they do, they can't get rid of this nigga. You know what I'm saying? They don't put him on TV. They don't put him. You feel what I'm saying? Nigga still got #1 R&B song. Nigga still got people doing the dances. Nigga still got overseas in Africa, 95,000 people fucking going crazy. World tours every year, $100 million on his own dime. Not even the label. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah, you can't cancel talent.
You're like, and Drake is in a situation where I don't know if he can overcome because I'm not saying he's not talented, but you're not talented to that extent. You see what I'm saying? That is, you're not, there'll be another Drake. And what I mean by that is there'll be another melodic rapper, right? It was 50 Cent at one point with the melodic, Ja Rules, you had a Drake. There'll always be somebody to come around to give us this type of music. We have yet to see another male artist give us Chris Brown type of style. Dancing, pop, the whole, you feel what I'm saying? To be able to be diverse between so many different genres and algorithms of music and still provide you with quality product. You know what I'm saying? Over the years, Chris Brown's been able to evolve that sound to stay more relevant, where Drake is trying to evolve that sound but stay the same. And it just doesn't work. And I feel like that's across the board with a lot of these other artists. I compare Drake, Kendrick, J. Cole, they're your Steph Curry's, LeBron's, Kevin Durant's, where that sound eventually, it's going to be hard you're at the top of the pinnacle. There's nowhere else to go.
Well, since you took it to basketball, I'll tell you who I feel Drake is.
Yeah.
Drake is Kobe when everybody left LA. Everybody's saying Kobe gonna get one more. Kobe gonna get one more. It never happened. He would get his points. He would fill up the stadium, but he didn't play meaningful basketball. And I think that's where Drake is at. He's not gonna make any more meaningful music. He's not. He's gonna sell out. I mean, because everybody got nostalgia. Everybody's gonna want to go see him if he has concerts. But he's not gonna be the culture, moving the culture needle like he used to, because I'm trying to say Kendrick exposed him, and Kendrick knew he was weak anyway for all the dogs or whatever that shit was called. You know what I'm saying? He had to repackage it. You know what I'm saying, just to get his numbers. You know what I'm saying, from that one. So I mean, we can't act like he was putting out. You know what I'm saying? Putting out take cares and that kind of stuff when he got clipped. So
well, see,
I mean,
that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying with the music. Music itself, right? It's the other thing is that that is like, I like Drake, but the other thing is, you feel what I'm saying, that's an issue with Drake as well, is you're like, where he's from, I don't know unique Canadian music. I'm just going, did that make sense what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Kendrick is the West Coast, right? So when you listen to GNX, I don't really care for West Coast beats. I hate all that shit. He'll tell you that. You feel what I'm saying? I fucking hate it. You know what I'm saying? I don't like, I never have though. It's been me the whole time. I'm a South nigga. I love the 808s. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I like. But with Drake, because where he's from, there's no, in my opinion, I could be wrong because I don't know. Somebody have to put me on the Canadian rap music and what they have historically. I don't fucking know. Don't, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going off of what I know. When I listen to Kendrick, I know that's the West Coast moment I hear. When I listen to J. Cole, I know he's from North Carolina, but that's more of that New York, Baltimore, Philly style. You feel what I'm saying? When I listen to Future, I know that's the South. Bootsy, Young Boy, this is the South. Rod Wave, even with his crybaby ass, I know it's the South. Where you're from, it doesn't have its own uniqueness, right? So you have to tap in and grab from so many different genres and cultures, which in itself, that is fucking creative. The fact that he's been able to even do that for 15 years is fucking crazy. You know what I'm saying? That this shit didn't get burnt out. You see what I'm saying?
But drill dead. See the thing, what he went so drill with his music, with his later music, but drill is dead right now. I mean, Dirk gone, Young Boy locked up. I mean, like drill is really dead. So I mean, like he bet big on from the rap side of it, and then he went with that whole Ibiza kind of Euro sound, and like we ain't feeling that. You know what I'm saying? One thing about Kendrick, I gotta give him, you might not like West Coast music, but GNX sound good in the car.
Yep.
GNX sound good in the car. Oh,
and that replay value go crazy. I'm telling you, bro. That's why GNX only.
I ain't gonna cut. That GNX came and went for me. I ain't gonna hold you.
What I'm saying is, you might not like the. I'm saying for the average listener, might not like it.
I'm a biased nigga, so
but it sound good. Like the sound, like the actual. Whoever did the engineering should have won awards for that shit, because it sound good in the car. The sonically, you know, I mean, that's what I'm getting at. Not, I mean, you might not like the music, but that's why I replay it, because you know what I'm saying, when you in the car, you throw that bitch on, it's gonna go. You know, you ain't gotta mash no skips. And you're saying it's quick, it get over with. Not to make it about Kendrick, but going back to Drake, his music is dated. He's almost 40. That's what somebody says. Kobe. Hey, I'm not hating on Kobe, because Kobe got one of the most ravenous cults out there. So I don't want to disrespect the Kobe cult. You know what I'm saying? But everybody kept saying Kobe gonna get one more, and Kobe never did, because he was, you know what I mean, like it went to the super team thing, and it just kind of the game kind of, like, you know, like I said, he was always a superstar, but the game moved past him. And I think that's where Drake is right now. The game has moved past Drake. I mean, do we really miss him? I mean, for real, do we really miss him?
I think that he has to. It's going, like I said, it's hard to do that when where you're from doesn't have its own uniqueness. Like Future is 40 in his 40s, right? But even though he still rap about the same shit he's been talking about for the last 15 years, that's the South. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah, I did bring up Rod Wave, but I bring up Rod Wave because at the end of the day, Hill put this in the chat. Hill, what I told you Rod Wave was gonna sell his first week, I said he's gonna sell 150. People fuck with Rod Wave. Like, they do. Like no matter what I say, like niggas love Rod Wave in the South.
That's what I'm saying. We miss Rod Wave. We miss Future. We miss West Side Gun. We miss
like even I'll even bring another one, Mo. I know he's a fucking baser right now. Niggas miss Kodak.
Kodak, oh man, listen.
Niggas miss Kodak.
Yo, Kodak like Bootsy down here, dog.
Niggas miss Kodak, bro. Listen, he dropped a little 1900 Rugrat freestyle shit to the remix, and we're like, God dang, bro, like what happened to this yak? But then you turn around, you're like, bro, the nigga based out. You feel what I'm saying? But we miss Kodak. Like I think that style of music, and like I said, there is it's so many Drakes now. You get what I'm saying? Because it's a lot. If we keep it all the way 1,000, we can just go and listen, just go on TikTok and scroll through what's viral. There's a million fucking Drakes. Let's just keep it. You feel what I'm saying?
That's why he's not missed. That's my point. It's like you get your fix of what he brought to the table. You don't miss him. Like, what I mean by miss him, I'm older. There was this whole thing about rappers used to go away, and you be like, dang, what's the name dropping again? That's what I mean by miss him. Like when West Side Gun's like, dang, he need to drop. You know what I'm saying? We waiting for Bodie James to drop. We waiting for, you know, whoever, like Freddie Gibbs. You know what I'm saying? All these people, we waiting for them to drop. And it's like, it'll like pop in your head like, dang, I ain't heard from him in a minute. You know, and that kind of thing. Like, I don't think people are really waiting for, this was his chance. People was really waiting for Drake to hear from Drake, and he underwhelmed. And now it's like, well, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, he kind of done been exposed.
Yeah, see, this is the thing. I think that, like I said, I think that solo album gonna do well. I think it'll do well. I think for a collab project that it did what it did. To me, it's a couple songs I fuck with hard, like Crying in Chanel, Hometown, First Town, Small Town Hero, or give me a hug, Nokia, Somebody to Love. Like I like, what I'm saying, but I think that the solo album would do a lot better. I don't think that the first project he should have dropped should have been a collab album. That's my personal opinion. You know what I'm saying? You should have dropped some, not a collab project, especially a collab
He should have came with his best.
Especially a collab project that, in my opinion, nobody asked for a Party Next Door or Drake collab. If anything, people want What a Time to Be Alive too. You see what I'm saying? Like, and these are.
And that's what fucked everything up.
You could her loss too. People would have been fucking with that. You see what I'm saying? But when you okay, here go another thing, Mo. I'm putting it like this. Young boy got beef with every nigga in the industry. These are facts. You feel what I'm saying? I don't know if Drake can overcome that. Young boy's been able to do it though. You feel me? Without fucking collab songs, without the nigga was the #1 nigga on YouTube. And he beefed with every fucking body. You know what I'm saying?
Because he actually has a fan. That's the difference.
Right. But
I don't think Drake has a fan base.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like Young Boy has a. That's what I'm saying. When I say that style of music, like New Orleans as Louisiana, just as a state, we can go down to their sports. When they fuck with you, they fuck with you. You feel what I'm saying? There is no. Nigga, we don't fuck with Young. No, nigga, the whole state fuck with him. It's like LSU. All the kids go to where in Louisiana, if they can, to LSU. When you go to Atlanta, if Atlanta fuck with you, then they fucking with you. There isn't right. You're not gonna fall off. You feel what I'm saying? Same with the South with Kodak. Same with up north, like A Boogie. But New York fuck with A Boogie. That's they nigga. They fuck. You feel what I'm saying? A Boogie. He was the first style of that. Even though Cash Cobain came with the sexy drill, A Boogie been kind of doing that. You feel what I'm saying? That's been his bag, that kind of lover boy bag. You feel me? So now you don't have something you can cling to that you could always go back to. I think that's where the problem is with Drake overall. There's nothing he can go back to. You feel what I'm saying? Like one thing that Chris Brown could always go back to no matter what, the nigga can fucking dance. You know what I'm saying? Like, right. Hey, I may not be able to make probably residuals and some of these songs again, but you know what I can do? I can make a fire ass dance video. You know what I'm saying? People gonna fuck with it, and I don't think that he has a niche that he can always go back to. Like Young Boy's niches, he's a fucking crash out. So one thing that we know for goddamn sure more than anything that you're gonna get after a couple months or a couple weeks, that nigga gonna start crashing. We remember the Mayweather crash out. We remember the Dirk crash outs, the J. Cole crash out. You feel what I'm saying? Right. All these niggas was going at it with Snoop Dogg at one point. Niggas that pioneered rap for you. He don't even give a fuck.
But that's what I'm saying. That's why I said about Drake making drill. When he started leaning heavy into the drill sound, what people wanted to hear from Drake was the nigga holding his girlfriend hair while she throwing up in the toilet. He was at the dude you could call after you done left the strip club stripping. And he gonna talk to you on the phone. That was Drake's image. This nigga went to braids and hair clips and fronts and I don't know what the hell is going on.
It's like I can listen to you when you talking about like that late night ride, you know what I'm saying, to that toxic chick that you fuck with, but I can't listen to that while you got barrettes in your hair. Like that's why I gotta draw the line. Like that's my thing. It's like we went from you're like swinging. You know that song "Swinging," right?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah,
bro, come on. Like, you just tell us something relatable. Like, nigga, my license expired. I need to get gas and blunt.
I'm scared to stop them get gas because you were saying they crazy on this side of town.
Swinging is like, nigga, I was sleeping in a bed, scrolling my phone. I got the back sitting on, I hopped in the shower, put that shit on, nigga.
Marvin's Road. Drake was at hating that nigga cupcake and pillow talking.
And that's why I fuck with the song on the album that he got, the Small Time Hero. I'm hating. See, that's the type of shit we want to hear though. I want you to give me shit where I'm like, bitch, how the fuck you dare gonna go out the country without me and go live your life like I ain't back at home missing you, and you know that.
I like about that song too, because
you feel me?
But it was like he was saying like he wasn't really shitting on a girl. He was just saying like, yo, I'm a hater, and I'm kind of mad that you're getting treated better. It wasn't like fuck you, I want all my
Right.
fans to say fuck you too. That's different.
Yeah, no,
Like,
that's what I'm saying.
like, yeah, exactly.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Like, that's the type. Like, because one thing about Future, right? One bag he gonna forever go back to is he a tricking ass nigga, right? But then he gonna always have a song that's gonna miss his ex bitch. Almost all his music, you can pretty much pinpoint which one he talking about based on the song.
Then he
You know
gonna
what
have
I'm
a song on the album that be like, "Bitch, fuck you," but it's gonna sound way cooler than when Drake says, "Bitch, fuck you."
Facts. You know what I'm
That's
saying?
not Drake. Drake is not.
Exactly.
I told you,
It's like you can't. It's like when Drake is like the homie you know that been simping that show up Friday night after them hoes finesse him about 7 times and try to be player at the spot. It's like, nigga, good effort, but you not him. Versus the Future nigga, it's like that nigga is just a dog, apex predator, 80
right.
kills.
Fact. You know, and then the thing is, right? Everybody can't. It's like okay, everybody got them homies, right? That even if they go and buy the flashy shit, it just don't hit the same when you put it on when I put it on. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I throw on the designer. This shit smack. You could put the same shit on, but it just don't give the same vibe. You get what I'm saying?
I'm gonna say this: Drake is the king of the educated lames.
Yeah, bro,
That's who
you know
Drake
what?
is. You know what I'm saying? That's who he need to stay in that lane. But he, like I said, he got that money and started believing that he was MC Gusto out this bitch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Bro.
You know what, Mo? I'm gonna give you one better. Have y'all seen the video of Duke Dennis and Agent sitting with Jason Tatum? Y'all seen that?
Yeah, man. Yeah, hey, break that down.
Okay, so look, this is the difference. Them niggas is essentially the top of the food chain for really lame niggas. And like Duke is a cool nigga, but in reality, right? If we go back,
associated with too many lanes in a way. Like he's in a lane.
Right. You feel what I'm saying? Because like Tatum not entertained by the bullshit, right? Because like it's like that aura type shit. You know, you see the shit on Twitter, aura and shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's one thing when you the top of the food chain for a group of niggas that don't have shit. Like it's like me and Hill talked about this shit, right? I could tell you, hey Mo, date women that love you, that fuck with you. Nobody listen, but Duke say, I fuck with women that love me. God damn, that's the fucking word.
That's why he gets all the hoes, and it's
that's fucking Drake, right? In a nutshell, you see what I'm saying? But the difference is, if I've been that nigga already, you feel what I'm saying? See, that shit don't move me. You feel what I'm saying? You're just the top pinnacle for a lot of niggas that are looking up to you in an area where they'll never reach. You feel what I'm saying?
It's like you cool around lames type shit.
And that's why academics look up to Drake. Let's just keep it 100.
You know what I'm saying? Like
academics is the key Drake fan base because it's like you speak for us, Drake. You know what I'm saying? You used to have the fucked up haircut, you know what I'm saying, and the big nose before you got it fixed. You know what I'm saying? Like you wasn't always that nigga. You give us hope. Right, that's who Drake was. And then he started believing like he was really that nigga. And it's like, bro, you ain't that nigga. Let's just keep it 100. You just ain't that nigga. And it can tell.
Yeah, and I fuck with Drake. Like I'm not shitting. I fuck with Duke Dennis. I do. And me and Hill talk about all the time. I like, bro, niggas hate Duke like they hate Drake a lot of times too, just because sometimes niggas just want to hate. And I'm just a hater myself.
Right.
You feel what I'm saying? I ain't gonna cap. I got some homies that play in the NFL. When I get around them, hell yeah, I'm like, bro, I hate going places with you because this shit like it's fucking crazy.
It ain't fair. It ain't fair.
You
like
feel what I'm
got
saying?
A nigga who got like clout like that. It's kind of like when Joe Budden's friends be like, when Joe be trying to say, "Oh, this nigga had all the hoes in the room," be like, "Nigga, you rap. Shut the fuck up."
Yeah, like
I could be the coolest nigga in the room. Once these hoes know you got some type of prominence, bro, I'm just getting scraps and hand-me-downs. It don't fucking matter.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's like, what the culture is, though, and that's what couldn't be understood before. In a group of friends, you're gonna have all kind of different personality types, and all those personality types make up the culture. Kendrick, the nigga you were saying that always had the pad writing in it. You know what I'm saying? Like he was just so focused on writing. That's who he is. Future was a trapping ass nigga. Drake was the nigga, you know what I'm saying? Like that did his homework. You know what I'm saying? But he was hard working and he made it. Like, I mean, bro, you gotta like that's what FBJ been saying. Like, let everybody stay in their lane. Right. And we appreciate everybody for their lane. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was saying, like, just like you said, if all these guys are my homeboys, like, it's like, okay, bro, okay, we going out, we popping out, hoes coming over. I need everybody to be them. Like Kendrick, if that's the homie, okay, he ain't gonna say too much, but he gonna be chilling. He probably gonna get the quiet friend if talk to anybody, but he's cool. Future, like, dude, you know what I'm saying? He gonna turn it up. Drake, he gonna sit here and talk to the girls, kiki, get the shots going. That's who Drake. But if Drake coming in here talking like 21 Savage, he gonna scare the hoes. If he coming in talking like Future, he gonna scare the hoes. And the problem with niggas like academics is, and the biggest problem I have with academics, because he single-handedly did more damage to Drake than Kendrick and Pusha T. The reason why I say that is because he has the loudest microphone. Him and his ilk became the face of Drake's fan base. Because the reason why we used to focus on him, because it's like, damn, bro, even though he might be a little corny or he might do things that are not things that we're used to, we appreciate him. He's cool, and all the women fuck with him. So we got to go where the women go. Just like Tupac told Biggie, you make music for the women, the niggas gonna follow what the women do. Once that nerd incel, I don't get hoes group of niggas started usurping the women fan base, and then he started running off the women, that's who stands in the Drake fan club now. A bunch of niggas who don't get hoes, who came on here talking about, oh, if you don't play this, you don't get women. Nigga, you can't tell me that you don't get women.
No,
and that's
fact.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. Like when I come down to this Drake album, my main thing, what I say about this Drake album, he made this for females. What I've seen is I don't see the same response to women that they used to have, and that's because right now we're just seeing the damage of how he alienated his female fan base. But I do think this was a step in the right direction. And everybody who critique Drake or doesn't like him rapping, if he comes out with an R&B project and you want him to keep waving your hands so it won't be no threat, you like Drake with melodies, then you shouldn't have a problem with this album, and you should champion Drake for not being hip hop or not trying to rap.
Thing. To me,
you can't get mad at him for doing what you asked him to do. That's all I'm saying.
Right, and it's my thing too with that, Hill. I think it's a good blend of both, like the Take Cares, like the Nothing Was the Same. It's a good blend of both, because Give Me a Hug is a rap record. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But then the next song is like how it was on Take Care. You get some rap songs, but you're gonna mix them with that melodic R&B, and you're cool. But I don't think I ever want a full rap Drake project.
See, this is where the old nigga got to go AWACS. This nigga done blew your cousin head off right in front of your face. You know what I'm saying? Bruh,
you ain't gonna do nothing?
R&B shit. You know what I'm saying? I kicked your back in at the Grammys, at the Super Bowl. I don't want to hear I want to hear Tuscan Leather. I want to hear back to back. You know what I'm saying? You got to serve that nigga. You know what I'm saying?
But it's the thing though, right? This the thing with that. I think that with Drake is he going like, okay, how Future kind of bowed out of this whole beef shit. He trying to go the same way out, but you can't do that. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, Future went and said what he had to say, and then I'm back to the bitches. See, you can't just get back to the bitches. You know what I'm saying? Like
this man calls you a PDF on national television at the biggest televised game. You know what I'm saying? And I'm gonna keep it once again. I think Kendrick was lame for making most of his set about Drake, but it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? He did 3 diss songs about you, bruh. If that didn't get you in the lab to write something, you know what I'm saying, to cook this nigga like ether, you ain't got it in you. I'm sorry.
And this the thing too. Like, this is my problem I'm off. My thing is with rap beef, and this is where I say the Kendrick shit is corny for the pedo shit. Nigga, if he really a pedo, put the motherfucker in jail. Let's just call it what it is. You feel what I'm saying? Like some shit we gotta stop indulging in certain bullshit. You feel what I'm saying? Like I always say all the time, music sometimes people. Listen to what the fuck this nigga is accusing this nigga of. If this is what it is, whether it's fake, this, that, and the third, nigga, he need to go to fucking jail.
It's not the point about if it's real. If I'm saying that,
yeah,
bruh, and this is me talking to Drake. This nigga done emasculated you for a whole year, and then to top it off, had everybody in the Grammy saying A minor, had everybody at the Super Bowl saying A minor. And you come back with an R&B album, bro. This ain't the time for an R&B album. Like I said, you know what I'm saying? Like, you have to go out here and got there. Take some PEDs, get some limitless. I don't give what the fuck you got to get on. You know what I'm saying? You got to get on some shit, huh?
Nah. And Mo, I'm gonna compound what you're saying, because when that whole beef happened with Pusha T, the first track on Scorpion was Survival. Like, Western Road Flows. Songs like Tuscan Leather, like you said, songs like After Can't Have Everything, when he spent the block on Meek Mill on his ops. Like I said, songs like 5 a.m. in Toronto. What's one with Diddy?
No,
4 p.m. in Calabasas. Like those records where he, like 4 p.m. in Calabasas, he shitted on Joe Budden and Diddy so smooth. He just did a bunch of bad boy references. He just Diddy bop the whole song, so it was that easy. It's like ever before this battle, don't matter if Drake won, lost, or draw in the public eye. He had at least 30 for 30 freestyle. He got at least one record on any project where he's like, you know what? Fuck a chorus, fuck a bop, fuck a melody. I'm about to just rap for 3 minutes and cuss all you niggas out. And none of you niggas are not, and none of you niggas will ever speak about this record. Y'all will never address this record. All these records I named: 7 p.m. on Bridle Path, Do Not Disturb, 6 p.m. in New York, 30 for 30 freestyle, 5 a.m. in Toronto. And when he drops those records, you don't hear none of the rappers he beef with say shit to him. And those are Drake's rapidy rap, no chorus records. And I think what Mo's saying is the same thing I'm saying right now. No matter what in Drake's catalog, no matter what went down, you had at least one of those songs, a time set record or a song you said, yo, fuck a chorus. I'm about to shit on everybody.
Yeah, and see, this is the thing. I think Give Me a Hug is semi that record, but not fully. You feel what I'm saying? He addressing. My thing is with Drake.
No, I Give Me a Hug isn't. Oh, I'm gonna let my play this. No, I Give Me a Hug isn't that record because you trying to make us dance. All the songs I named, nigga, you standing still in the spot with the screw face like somebody farted, nigga. You like nigga.
Facts. I'm with you. I'm with you on that. This what I'm saying. This what I'm saying, Hill, about Give Me a Hug. This what I'm saying. This is the difference between Give Me a Hug and all those other records, right?
Right.
Give Me a Hug. The record is song boppy. It's a good vibe, right? However, you're still addressing everybody. See what I'm saying? He didn't just address Kendrick. He addressed Kendrick. He addressed the Future shit. Joe Budden. You see what I'm saying? You're still addressing when with the songs you're naming. He's specific in who the fuck he talking to. Now one thing about Drake, right? He the best subliminal disser ever because you gonna know who the fuck he talking about without him ever actually saying the name.
Hey, we ain't got no time for subliminals, bro.
No. This one.
I know you. I'm saying, you're saying I get what you're saying, but we ain't got no time for no subliminals.
Yeah,
goddamn, you were saying we need to say names.
Yeah, but this is what I'm saying. Even when he wasn't dropping names in those songs, we knew who he was talking about. Like when you listen to on the is it For All the Dogs? The What Will Pluto Do? Nigga, it's a fucking diss on the Future. You feel what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
but the way
I'm saying you got to diss Ab Soul, Schoolboy Q, Top Dog, Dr. Dre. You know what I'm saying? You got to go Tupac on these niggas.
Yeah, Drake has on all the songs. Like, bro, I have an 18 song playlist of Drake like literally crashing out on niggas. Whether if it's like a subliminal or not, it's like the common nigga knows. Or what's that song on goddamn Her? I'm about to bring it up right now. The song on Her Loss. Goddamn.
The one about where the Serena Williams husband and
More
shit?
M's. No, More M's. He went off on Future, Metro. He went off on them niggas on More M's. More M's is one of the best Drake diss records ever. He went off. Like, I'm a Future fan, but that was a Metro Boomin and Future diss right there. That's what started We Don't Trust You was More M's, because he was like, nigga, he was like, nigga, you talk shit basically, but I bet if I send a record, you gonna play this, even add a verse and even jump on around with me on stages, something. You know what I'm saying? Just like, damn, nigga, that's the Drake I need. Like, I think he tried to do that with push-ups, and he did that with Family Matters.
Family Matters is that song, but even then with Family Matters, I think it's a hard song. I think it's one of the best songs in that shit. You feel me? Like, yeah. But my thing is, like Mo saying, you do. I was still expecting, even if you're not dropping names, I did expect one of those records to be a direct nigga. You got me fucked up. You feel what I'm saying? I ain't gonna cap, but I didn't know if it was gonna be on this album because of the title. You feel what I'm saying? But I was expecting I still expecting to probably drop something like that. I'm expecting him to drop a one-off record like Duppy Freestyle at some point.
Or like Red Button, Wick Man, even off his last tape. Those are my two favorite songs off that whole album.
That Red Button shit. That's something. That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna give right. That Red Button is the closest thing Drake has ever dropped to a Tupac song. Just as far as like that nigga said it was about to happen. on some predicting like some like my downfall type shit. That's Drake's one of the hardest records that's ever gonna be in his catalog. Looking back on it, is that red button. Even though he never had a red button, the things he was talking about, it was like low key. The red button was like a self detonation to me. Looking back on it, it was a poetic out. Yeah, go ahead. Though.
Yeah,
you got
no
it.
facts, and that's what I'm saying. Like I said, give me a hug. This the thing though. That record. I'm gonna tell you what that give me a hug record is. I'm gonna tell you what it is. It is the record to combat the Not Like Us record. That's what it is. And the reason why I say that is because Give Me a Hug is going to be played where? In the club. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm going to Atlanta this weekend. I know they're going to play that shit at Blue Flame. They're going to play it 100%. That bitch going to go crazy.
And he's kind of like asking, and he's kind of like asking the girls who he alienated, like, bitch, come back here. I miss you. Give me a hug. I'm sorry.
Facts. You get what I'm saying?
And apologizing to the women. I'm gonna shout out Melissa Ford. I'm gonna shit on
you're trying to get your hoes back.
You we know what we're doing. You see
they
that?
Not fucking with you, bro. Like he got lame sauce all over his shirt right now. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro,
you say that, but the hoes is fucking with Drake still. They still fuck with him.
Where?
Like, bro,
listen, it's not as much as before. This is what I'm saying. Mofax, this is what I'm saying. It's nowhere near where it was. But because he took a step in the right direction and didn't shit on women and gave us some R&B records, he took a step in the right direction. And some women have came back. Not all. He didn't accomplish. Like I said, if you're down by 26 points in the fourth quarter, you can't score. There's no 26-point three-pointer. You just took a step in the right direction. You cut the lead down. It goes a blowout. You know, a step in the right direction.
That's all I'm saying.
I look at it differently. He down on the cards, and it's the 12th round. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no you can't make up enough. You got to go for the knockout. If you don't get the knockout, it's always gonna be on your card. You was who we thought you was.
And that's
the narrative right now.
You wanted the Don Cluminati 7-day theory from the 6.
No, I'm just saying he have to, bro. The last thing Kendrick told us, what? My bitch is my pen. That's the last thing he said on GNX. It all come down to that pen. Where the pen at? You know what I'm saying? Okay, you got the money, you got the jets, you know what I'm saying? You got everything, but where's that pen? And if you ain't got the pen, bro, you gonna end up like Ja Rule.
Yeah, but
let's just keep it 100.
Okay, hold on. Drake, that's too far. That's never gonna happen. That'll never happen.
That's what they said about Ja Rule. The hip hop crowd is so finicky that once you start losing, we pile on.
The only reason why I think Ja Rule, I think Drake took a bigger L than Ja, but I think Drake's catalog and his run was way longer than Ja Rule, to where he can't be easily forgotten the way Ja Rule was, because Ja Rule really only had a run for like 5-6 years.
Right. And not even just that. Drake isn't just relying on us as consumers. And you see what I'm saying?
But what I'm saying is Ja Rule had credentials before he became a celebrity. Right. You know what I'm saying? He was spitting with Jay-Z and DMX and all of them. So he had the credentials that Drake don't have. Drake don't really, like I said, Drake is looking like what everybody thought he was. And he has to change the narrative. At least with Ja still get respect, because like, now you was on Murder Inc. You know what I'm saying? DMX respected you. Jay-Z respected you.
Like you was on The Source standing next to DMX and Jay-Z.
Right.
Like, you know, like, damn, nigga, like, honestly, anytime somebody say something about Ja Rule, bring him up in any type of hip-hop, he should just throw that magazine cover up and walk away.
Right. That's what I'm saying. He got that credential.
Like, you bitch ass niggas will never be anywhere in a picture with Hove and Jay-Z. Like we like
no,
that,
for sure.
That was a bit. Hold on. That Mo, you was around then. That was like the potential first hip hop big 3.
That's what I'm saying. We were waiting on the Murder Inc. album. Like everybody talk about Detox. Detox, and bro, Murder Inc. is probably the most anticipated album, greater anticipated than Detox. That's why I said we can't act like Ja Rule. You know what I'm saying? Did have, but that's what I'm saying. Drake don't have the credentials. Yeah, he got the hits, he got the plats, he got all that. But right now, Drake is looking like Flow Rider, bro. Let's just keep it 100. It's like, bro, you was masquerading over here. You ain't built for this.
And the thing where I say this right, Ja Rule even though he was a mainstream artist, I felt like because there was no internet and hip hop wasn't as big as it was, and where Drake took it, when that 50 Cent beef happened, hip hop was so just dominant as far as like whatever hip hop heads and what 50's doing is going to dictate Ja Rule. Whereas because Drake transcended and has been transcended for so long, like how he lost to get like the Pusha T beef. If I say this, if Drake was on like some Ja, if he would have lost like Ja Rule, he would have lost that Pusha T. I say that because if you put that Drake and Pusha T beef back in 2002, 2003, Drake would have been cooked. But because hip hop has transcended and it's been worldwide, Drake can lose a hip hop beef the way 50 Cent beat Ja Rule, but Drake is able to survive because not only is hip hop much bigger, his fan base much wider. So you can lose to a black hip hop core audience MC niggas like Ja Rule did, but Drake's able to survive by his catalog.
But you know, FBJ, like I know when we stop fucking with you, the other cultures stop fucking with you. Because it's like it's about what's cool. And it's like right now, it's not cool. You had a whole Super Bowl saying A minor. That's the dominant culture saying that. It's like, bro, they don't want to get you for the bar mitzvah no more. They don't want to play you at look no
further than my last stream and go in the comments. They're literally shitting on Drake and clowning me for liking the album. And I'm not saying they're not giving their objective opinions, but to actually put a positive Drake stream up and get nothing but negative Drake comments in it is a telltale sign that it's not even cool to like Drake.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's cool to kick him.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
That's what Pops is saying too, where that unfair factor plays.
Yeah,
where
but at the end of the day, even with that though, right? He still got, like I said, the no key is gonna go fucking crazy. The give me a hug is gonna, like, you feel what I'm saying? My thing is, I'm not gonna judge him solely off of this. That solo project is gonna tell you everything, not the collab. That's my opinion. You feel what I'm saying? Now that solo project, when he dropped that solo, that single, when he give you that, then I will give him a better critique. Cause I can't judge him off of a collab project and compare to solo projects. That wouldn't be right. You know what I'm saying?
I hear what you're saying. I hear what you're saying. I respect it, but I don't think you're hearing what I'm saying.
I hear
if
you.
If he had it, we would have heard it by now. Like, bro, whatever you got to put out there now. You can't let this linger for another 3 months, 6 months. I mean, FBJ said the man flopped on this one. When the bleed, you're saying like we ain't even stopped the bleeding yet.
Yeah, but see, that's what I'm saying. We calling 250K a flop.
That's what I'm saying. That's the narrative. That's what I'm saying.
By Drake standards, I think Axe said that nigga was gonna do like 300 to 500K. A lot of Drake stands said it was gonna do. We was in the group chat. Nigga said it was gonna do over 300,000. Even my nigga Imran said I said I need to see like 300, 350. Imran said 300,000 to at least 299 because he said Tyler Curry sold 299K first week. So niggas really, our bar collectively, I think was around 300K. You sold 250. I'm gonna call the flop. If I would have said he had to sell 2 to 250 and he hit 250, I wouldn't call a flop. But my standards was 3 to 350.
Let me ask you this question. Let's make this simpler. What's the last win Drake had?
Yeah, you mean as far as what? I mean, I still think the Drake stimulus pack is still big and major. I still think that shit is gonna do what it do regardless.
Scorpion was his last 2018 because Dark Lane demos came out during the pandemic, so I don't count that. CLB was not a win because it had to go up against Donda, and niggas was fucking with Donda too heavy. And honestly, never mind. More loss.
That was experimental. That was
experimental. Dogs. Yeah, I don't really want to count those as wins because, like I said, they were good projects, some good songs on there, but they weren't.
Well, this is the thing. For all the dogs was better that deluxe edition versus that original.
Yeah.
In my opinion, this might.
Yeah, I mean, that's why I said he had to put some cut on it just to make that listenable. But what I'm saying is, you
deluxe with more damn songs. You should have gave us the best songs off the deluxe, cut all the bullshit off the original, and gave us 15 songs in a 12 to 15 records, an album, maybe an hour long max, and you would have had a classic album. I'm telling you, you could take 15. You could take the top 12 to 15 songs on every Drake album and turn to a classic album.
But you just said his last win was 6 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean,
6 years. That's like
look,
dog
though.
years. You know what I'm saying? Like
In hip
6
hop,
years.
But now, Mo, I'm gonna be honest with you. Now, he'll tell you. I think GNX is Kendrick's best project in a long. I think the album he Mr. Morale trash. The Untitled trash. I think them shit's garbage. I like GNX over them shits for sure. I don't, and he'll tell you. That's me though. You feel what I'm saying? But that's my opinion. I think that music itself right now, bro, just where it is in the status. Honestly, music's not even in a great place as a whole. You feel what I'm saying?
People keep saying that, but every week I keep hearing good music. I don't know. Like this is a narrative, huh?
Yeah, last year, the last 12 months has been the best music I've probably gotten since the pandemic.
No, I'm just saying everybody keeps saying this, and I think that's a Drake talking point of, man, everybody down right now. Every Friday, and this is something I do every Friday, I listen to whatever drop new. I ride and I listen to it. And it's like, bro, every week I got something to listen to new. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay. I mean, where, like, and that go from, I think it's not the party rap that people are looking for, but it's going back. You know what I'm saying? Everybody listening to Rock Marciano and I mean Alchemist, and that's the other thing about people want to put about race. Alchemist saved hip hop. Let's just keep it 100.
And that is a rich white boy from Malibu.
Save hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, so we can't play the race card because you know what I'm saying he's actually keeping hip hop. And you seen who Kendrick went to go get, you know what I'm saying, to make his ether. Besides DJ Mustard, you know what I'm saying? Who we go get?
Alchemist makes cinematic beats. Like
right.
Alchemist, like every beat Alchemist low-key makes, it just sounds like a black and white movie.
So, but my point is 6 years in hip hop years is your last win, and then you let this man, and that's what I'm saying. Kendrick pulled a Mayweather. He waited to fight Pacquiao. You know what I'm saying? He's like, okay, I'm gonna wait for Drake to, you know what I'm saying, be on a downward slide. You know to jump on him. I'm objective. Yeah, I know, but hey, hey, Mayweather said, I ain't going there with a young Pacquiao let him punch on me. You know what I'm saying? He's some way that Negro get old. You know what I'm saying? Then we gonna fight. And that's exactly what Kendrick did. And he knew he was like 18. You know what I'm saying? Like he was coming out. I mean, I give him credit with the tour. You know what I'm saying? Because he had that big tour. But look, that's gone from people's memory. Nobody talking about the record-breaking tour he had. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, who was real? That's not hip-hop.
And on top of that, even with Drake's tour before the beef, like I said, one thing I gotta give Drake credit for is like when you go see a Drake tour, it's basically him doing a DJ set list of the best of Drake, which is great because he's like a fucking target. He's everywhere. So I mean, he can't miss, right? But the thing about it, he's not really performing. Where when you go see a Kendrick show or a Beyonce show or some of the top tier, stadium tours, they have a whole show and a production behind it. Even Lil Baby, even Rod Wave puts money in a budget and a production behind their shows, and it adds to their artistry. Drake doesn't do that, so that's why nobody talks about his tour the way niggas talk about the Bad tour, or how niggas talk about the Hard Knock Life tour, or the
Beyonce tour.
Right. For like, there are legendary classic tours, but it's like, what is Drake's legendary classic tour outside the numbers and the money that was generated?
Right.
And I went to one. I think the Views might be the one because that's when he had the little pink balloons like out the sky for Hotline Bling, and like that was huge. And I think 2016 was Drake's absolute.
And I gotta be objective. They jumped Drake. Yes, they jumped Drake. It's not just Kendrick. It's Ross getting on him, calling him white boy. It's Metro Boomin making BBL Drizzy beat. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
Kanye coming in.
Yeah, Kanye coming in.
But Kanye, but then Kanye trying to say, "Give me a hug," is this shit. You know what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Then Young Thug come and say the GOAT, this, that. You feel what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like, you have to. My thing is, I'm not gonna judge Drake for this collab project because I consider them in two different realms. But like I said, the thing is with him that he has to find for himself. His niche is being essentially that certified lover. That's his niche. You feel what I'm saying? Like, stick with that. Don't Drop us a couple rap records, but we want more. We still want that melodic. You feel what I'm saying? And I think that this album would have performed a lot better if he wasn't briefing with Future. You feel what I'm saying? Because I feel like a lot of these songs, and you could say I'm wrong, I feel like a lot of these songs are those cuts that should be with Future.
Listen, Future did more damage to Drake than Kendrick did. You know what I say that? Because once, and this is why that battle was so strategic, it was almost like biblical. Kendrick came out with Drake's greatest asset on like that. So you just completely took away what could distract. Like, Kendrick knew this. The only thing that can stop Kendrick from being pro-black, the only thing that usurps, as I'm sad to say, the only thing that can usurp high vibrational pro-blackness is low vibrational pro-blackness. So the only thing that can take and it's the truth. The only thing that
it's true, yeah.
The only thing that the only reason why Kendrick and Future, that's what I was trying to tell Aaron earlier. I'm like, when he asked who's better, I'm like, Kendrick and Future are polar. They represent the duality of a black man. I can be conscious and I can be a conscious nigga in the trap right now. And the whole point of that is like, okay, if Kendrick just came out with anybody else but Future, it wouldn't hit as hard as it did. And Drake would have easily grabbed Future at a certain point during that battle, for even if it was a non-related battle track, it would have been a trap club record that could have washed away what Kendrick was doing. But for the fact that he took Future away from Drake to use, and then even since For All the Dogs, since Her Loss, we've heard so many records where if it was just Drake, if it was just Future on those songs, those albums, those tapes would have hit. We're missing Future on Drake projects way more. We don't, everything Future dropped the last year, there's not one song I'm like, damn, it would have been great if Drake was on there.
No, I ain't gonna say that. It's been a couple like, damn, Drake would have actually slid that bit. But the thing is, their styles blend so well together. I haven't heard a bad Drake.
We miss Drake. We miss Future on Drake projects way more than we miss.
Well, most of the songs are Future featuring Drake too. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about just in general. I think that their styles they're complementary to one another because essentially they're two sides of the same coin. You got a dark-skinned nigga and a light-skinned nigga talking about the same shit. You know what I'm saying?
But we only believe one of them.
You feel what I'm saying? Well, this is the thing.
But we only believe that that's where we at right now. We all, and I keep saying this, in rap is all about credibility. Once your credibility is shot, it don't matter. That's what happened to Meek Mill. It's like, bro, once he got washed by Drake, it was downhill from there. And that's all it takes in this rap game. I've seen it too long. I done seen it too many times. Once your credibility, you're saying, start getting picked apart, it's just a snowball effect. And it's like, yeah, you'll still be around. You'll still be, you know what I'm saying? Like, but he'll never regain what people's, he gonna bounce back. Bro, he not bouncing back. If I've got to bet my money, because I'll say it like this: if he had the record, if he had that record, whatever that record is, we'd have heard it by now.
Cause Give Me a Hug, if he had No Kia in the summertime, he would have dropped it and we would have went crazy.
No, but see, this what I'm saying though, Hill. Listen, we're gonna look back because we know how this music shit go. Mm-hmm. No Kia will be the song of the fucking summer. When that time come, that's what it is. Give Me a Hug is gonna be played in the strips. That shit. I'm going to Atlanta this weekend. I know for a fact that shit getting spun. You feel what I'm saying? I know it. No doubt in my mind. I'm going to Blue Flame. I'm gonna go live on stream. You feel what I'm saying? I know it's going. And the thing is, see, Drake gotta get the hoes back. He got some of the hoes back.
He can't though. I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why. I didn't bring it up yet. No.
Hey, I'm gonna say Mofax. You get final word. Pops, you get final word. I'm gonna close that show.
I'm gonna tell you why. He disrespected their queen, SZA. I don't know what SZA got over these women, but bruh, she hold weight. And the fact that she done side with Kendrick, I think that's what like she's the consummate black girl.
Man, that is side big music to the T, but I love it though. So go ahead.
Go ahead.
Now, are you okay? So, Pops, get your final word in.
Oh, for sure, for sure. I just think that, you know, ultimately a collab project, I think it did great for a collab. I'm gonna judge him more so off of that solo jet. That's gonna give me that. Is it really over? If the solo jet do under 300, we have a different conversation to have.
All right. Listen, man, I appreciate both you guys tapping in, man. I appreciate Eric coming earlier. Now, this is a really dope show. Honestly, I really appreciate this show because it was very, very organized. We played music for a good 20 minutes exclusively on a few streams. Eric came in, you know, representing OVO. Then Mo, Pops, y'all called in. We had a great conversation. We talked about the ASAP thing, talked about Drake thing. Wrapped up. We have 295 people in here collectively across all 3 platforms. So I want to say thank you, Mo Facts. Follow Mo Facts on X. Follow Mo Facts on YouTube. Follow Pops. Drop your links. You guys should drop your links in live chat. Follow Pops on Twitch. Follow Pops on X. Follow Pops on YouTube. These are my guys. You can tap in. I'm tapping with them. I appreciate it, man.
Oh, also, Hill, next stream, we'll talk about the Captain America shit. I seen somebody brought that up.
Yeah, Pops, it was good talking to you. I appreciate having a good conversation with you, bro.
No, for sure, Mo. I'm finna call Hill right after this, so you can hop on the phone if you want to.
All right. Hey, look, hey, I'm saying it now, FBJ. When you get ready to do the 12,
I'm tap in.
You got to tap in. You know what I'm saying? Because that's heat right now.
I need my real hip hop heads on that one, man. If you ain't, yeah, that's gonna be. I need to see niggas hip hop cards before they come in and stream on that one. So that's for sure. I got you, Mo. I appreciate it, Mo. I appreciate it, Pops. I'm gonna holler at you guys, man.
All right, peace.
All right, peace out. Peace out.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. I appreciate everybody tapping in. Like I said, man, I got 5 minutes to go. The only reason I'm closing out right now is because I think StreamYard goes up like 3 hours, something like that. We're at like 2 hours 55 minutes. So, hey guys, thank you for hitting the like button, hit subscribe button, streaming, being a part of this. Like I said, this was a super dope episode. This boy Florida Boy J. I know I haven't been on screen a lot today, but we have to because we had a great discussion, round panel discussion. Thank you to Rules back. Way better show than yesterday because the stream was going down. We got, like I said, man, we're coming in here with hip hop news. We're going to cover topics. We're going to play some music. We're going to do some live coverage. We're going to have a conversation. We're going to look at analytical numbers and break things down and have a clear, concise conversation that can be consumed by anybody. Thank you for everybody who's following me on X. Please hit that like button. Please hit the subscribe button on there because I need to get my followers and views up. Catch me on a Star Report a little later if he goes live tonight. And peace out, man. I appreciate everybody tapping in, dog. We will see you guys tomorrow. Bright and early, we will be talking about the West Side Gun album this year, and we're going to be talking about the Larry June Alchemist 2 Chainz album. So peace out, man. You guys have a wonderful night, and see you guys later. Florida Boy J.